Hello, Alexandra, Navia, that gay vegan, Linda, Jake, Draculum, Martin, of course. Hello, awesome vegan people. Hello. We are back. We're rolling. Let's have some good conversations. I hope so. The weather is quite nice. Erwin is here. Love it. We got 8 votes in this thing. Let's remove the chat filter. Vroom, vroom. Let's go, yeah. Uh, the museum square is getting prettier. I'll show you guys later. Maybe when I finish, I can show you. They planted some nice trees. I think when they finish the water, maybe they'll plant some more trees and stuff. It's gonna look really nice. Martin, nice to see you here. Yeah. There's, of course, the Bible people. They're there and they're on the other side. I'm only on one side, sadly, you know. Alexandra, if you were here, we could be on both sides, you know, attacking all people. Attacking, you know what I mean. Uh, Making people question their choices. Hey, Draculum. Attack. Yeah, there's kind of a lot of people on the street. There's a lot of people on the other side, but they're mostly big groups. So I decided to sit on this side. We'll see how it goes. If not, we'll move to some other place. On Saturday, there will be the competition that I've been talking about. Hey, you want to try a social experiment? I've been drinking beet juice yesterday and today. Ugh, god damn it, man. Well, yesterday I tried putting it in the smoothie and it was horrible. Today I tried just drinking it on its own and it was horrible, but less horrible. So, yeah. Do I see any performance increases? Honestly, I don't see any difference, but you know, I'll just drink it. I already bought the beet juice, so I'll just drink it until I finish it, which probably will be until Sunday. Beet juice is gross, tastes like mud, pretty much, yeah. Put some ginger and lemon in it, says Mobius. Yeah, the problem with lemon is that you can buy lemons here, but they always have, I forgot what the ingredient it is on top of them, which makes them not vegan. It's very weird. It's very, very weird. Yeah, Grand Rising chip. We'll see, we'll see. I think I'm pretty. I tried almost every exercise in the past 2 weeks to be sure that I kind of at least know how to do them. I hope I haven't missed one. There are some that I'm better at than others for sure. You guys want to try a social experiment? Like, take for instance anything that is upper body. I'm pretty good, but that only is because you know my upper body is pretty. You wanna try it? It's mostly because, yeah, as I said, my upper body is pretty good. There's a lot of resistance in my upper body. It's my lower body that gets tired faster, and I especially mean my quads. I mean, if I have to do like burpees, squats, and like you know rope pull, like the sled and sled pull and stuff, all at the, continuously like in a circuit, that's just gonna kill me. That's just gonna kill me. Like my heart rate goes so high up when it comes to low body exercises. I don't know why. Maybe there's just a lot of muscle there, huh? It's bigger muscles. The heart needs to pump more. It's also further away from the heart. But yeah, to be honest, that's what I've been mostly preoccupied these days. Well, that and I had to work. How is everybody doing today? Is everybody having a good time? Is everybody having a good vegan time? You guys want to try a social experiment? Let's see. It always takes a little bit of time until we start. Awesome day. Let's see it. That's cool to hear, Martin. I'm so done with the heat. I hope it's. I hope it won't. We won't have another heat wave.
I do think as long as the music works, so like but when I came here, it was like, oh, this is so nice. And it's not like you go past it.
You wanna try it?
Want to talk to Okay.
How old are you?
Do you speak English?
Yeah.
28.
28. Oh, that's okay. Are you okay being live on my YouTube channel?
Okay, sure. Why not?
Yeah. So when I asked this question, if you're okay being live on my YouTube channel, you need to be over 18 to be able to consent.
Yeah,
so
I
that's
got
why
it.
I asked.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your name?
It's Setare.
Say it again.
Setare. You can call me
Setare.
Star. Yeah.
Star.
Yeah,
Okay. Hey. Okay. Star. I love it. You're a star.
Yeah, okay.
So Star, I'm an animal rights activist. Do you know about the Yulin Festival in China, where they kill and eat dogs?
Oh, yeah, I heard some about it, but not particularly this, but I
Yeah.
heard that they do that to dogs.
How do you feel about that?
Horrible. The first time
Horrible.
I heard it, it was like, I couldn't believe it. And then my friend said, yeah, it actually is a thing. And
Yeah.
I even heard that the meat apparently gets more delicious to them.
Yeah.
When they do it that way, it was like even more horrible.
Yeah. Like they keep them in a cage, they're all shaking and scared, and then they have to bring them out, kill them, and eat them. Is that bad?
That's horrible.
That's
No,
horrible.
not bad.
Do you think any animal should be in this position?
No, definitely no animals.
But do you think that in our society we tend to put some animals in this position, maybe without even realizing it, like the cows, the chickens, the pigs?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe not exactly the same, but similarly.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean by that?
Because I heard that like the modern way of like producing meat or chicken even, that they like force some chicken, like apparently they induce some things to them so that they would have the eggs even earlier than they're expected, and they're like, I heard some similar stories.
I don't know about that. I'm sure that can happen, of course, right? Like, I don't know. In animal agriculture, I've heard
Yeah,
if there's anything bad that can happen, it probably has happened already. So that's the type of thing. But do you support animal agriculture? Do you buy animal products?
Well, I have halal meat.
Yeah.
And with that, they have like sort of certain ways in order to kill animals, and like they are like very careful. As I heard, I'm not sure about it. I didn't do my research, but apparently they do zeb, which is like a little bit like more careful with how they kill the animal and when to kill the animal and stuff like that.
Do you think killing an animal is fair when you don't need to?
Well, that's a very complex question, to be honest. That's actually, I think it needs more research, but
What needs more research, if we need to or not?
well,
Or-
you see, I did some research on vegetarian and stuff, and I believe that I read some about it, and I heard that the protein in the plants and vegetables, they're not absorbed as good as the protein in meat and chicken.
Do you know why that is?
Because of the density of the protein is much less in plants. That's what I read in biology, actually.
No. It's because of there's certain micronutrients alongside vegetables that hinder
fiber?
the absorption. Not fiber. No. There's certain minerals, certain vitamins that hinder the absorption of a little bit of protein.
Okay.
But that happens also if you eat animal products with plant products, right? Because they're all going to the same place in the stomach, so it doesn't really matter.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
But either way, like you can definitely have a plant-based adequate diet. So
Okay.
like if that's your concern, I can give you resources for that. But do you think knowing that you could have a plant-based diet, or starting on that assumption, because if you're not convinced by that, maybe you need to do your research. But if you were to find out that we don't need to consume animal products, would you say that then killing animals is unfair?
Yeah, I would say that's unfair if that's legit.
Yeah. Would you say that then also using them for milk, for eggs is unfair?
Your questions are really controversial.
Like if you put a human in the same situation, right?
Yeah, there's a difference between humans and animals, honestly.
Sure, but the act itself is the same, isn't it? And I understand that there's a difference between the victims. Just like if you were a victim of somebody punching you in the throat, would be different than somebody punching me in the throat, right? Like I would feel it a little bit less than you would probably.
Yeah.
So us being different victims doesn't mean that the act itself isn't bad, right? Or the act isn't just as bad regardless of the victim.
True.
So in that situation, when we're exploiting an animal, when we're bringing them to life only to use them for their eggs, use them for their milk, and when we can no longer do that, we kill them.
Yeah, that's what I have a problem with. Yeah.
Yeah,
I do
but
have a problem.
don't you have a problem also with the fact that the only reason why cows produce milk is to feed their babies? So who do you think gets them pregnant?
Okay. Okay.
Farmers get them pregnant, yeah.
Okay.
What do you think happens when the babies are born?
I don't know.
They get separated from their mothers. Do you know why they do that?
No.
Because if they stay with their mothers, they drink the milk. Oh, sorry, they drink the milk. So farmers need to grab as much milk as they can, or at least they need to control that. Some
see.
farmers still let the baby stay a little
Okay,
bit with their
I'm gonna show you
mother,
guys.
but then they go away. I'll just keep you for 1 more minute.
Okay.
Yeah, if the baby's born male, they don't produce milk. So what do you think happens to them?
You're gonna kill him?
Yeah, that's where veal comes from. And if the baby is born female, every year they impregnate them. Every year they take their babies and exploit them for milk. And at the age of 6 or 8, they kill them also. And cows can live 24 years. Do you know why they kill them at that age?
No.
Because they can't get them pregnant.
Okay.
Is that not extremely fucked up?
That is very.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is the type of thing we're supporting when we're buying animal products. And I'm sure that your values don't say that this is okay to do to an animal, right?
So what is the purpose of you doing this?
So the reason why I have these conversations with people is because most people are against this kind of stuff when they hear it.
But they're okay with buying stuff.
But they're okay with buying stuff, yeah, which is a little bit hypocritical, right?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to tell people that you don't need to buy any of this. You can have food satisfaction. You can do all of it by adopting a plant-based diet. You know, I'm vegan myself. Vegan means not just a diet. It means also not paying for leather, for
I don't do
all this
that
kind of
either.
stuff. Yeah, because you see the ridiculousness. We don't need to kill an animal to wear their skin because we have so many materials.
Okay.
But it's the same situation when it comes to food. We don't need to kill an animal to eat them. We have so many readily available
All right,
alternatives.
so that was a good one. I'm gonna do a little bit more because I'm a little bit of a nerd.
Yeah,
I do study a lot.
I
and-
appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I do study a lot, and and I've heard a lot of controversial things, but this talk has got me like it was like a closed case for me, and now it's like reopened. So thanks for that.
That's good.
Okay.
Let me
All right.
let me do this because I want to respect your time. If
Okay,
you scan
sure.
this QR code,
Okay.
there's a documentary there called Dominion, or the most important speech you'll ever hear. Can you promise me you'll watch one of these two? I'll give you the card.
How much is the time?
So the Dominion, it takes like an hour and a half. It's a documentary. It's narrated by Joaquin Phoenix, if you like him.
Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah, he's really cool.
Oh, you got a good car.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the most important speech you'll ever hear is just a really good speech. It takes like 30 minutes, the speech, but then they have questions and answers.
I give you my word then.
Okay, thank you. And until then, how about no animal products until then? It's for your benefit,
Okay.
by the way, more than
Okay.
anything. Okay?
All right, so it was good. Nice talking to you.
I appreciate
Have a
you,
good
yeah.
day.
Star,
Bye-bye
have an
for now.
awesome day. Bye. There you go. Star was a cool person. Good start, good start. I'm surprised that there's not a lot of people who know about the Yulin Dog Festival. And I'll keep asking. She seemed honest, says Alexandra. Yeah, she did seem honest. And you know, I feel like what she said was interesting also because she said that, God damn it, I hate this. I hate T-shirts. You know, I keep doing this, and I noticed that after I looked at my conversations online that I keep doing this, but I keep doing this because they have this, you know, this tag here that just irritates my skin always. And I tried cutting it from some T-shirts, but then some things remain still. Anyway, sorry. Got distracted by this shit. I liked what she said about that the topic was closed for her and I reopened it. I feel like a lot of the times our role here is to kind of do that, right? To reopen the topic for them so that they go and read more. And I think that's what she needs to do. Use a seam remover, says Linda. I have no clue what that is, but I'll take a snapshot of it. Okay, and I'll check it out. Somebody said, love a good burger, beefy. Yeah, maybe, you know, love a good animal individually. They're individuals. How about we respect animals and not, you know, cut their throat and chop them to pieces? You need a quick unpicker for your labels. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, it's also that the bar that I keep in the gym is, when I keep the bar, you know, when I squat, this thing touches exactly that place where I got a bit of a bruise along the years of squatting. So I guess it's the skin is a bit more sensitive there, but whatever. Show respect for yourself and get a job. I do have a job. And part of my job is also this. I want to speak up for animals. I want to respect animals. I'm also a certified nutritionist. That's another job that I have. And I'm also a part-time software engineer. So there you go. I have 2 jobs. How many jobs do you have? Of course I have a job. What do you mean? How would I live if I didn't have a job? Amsterdam is not a cheap place to live, man. Robin is here. Hello, Robin. How about we don't torture animals, though? How about we don't exploit them? How about we treat them as the individuals that they are? That's a good one. Thank you, Draculum, for saying that. Do you blame a lion for having lion behaviors? No, I would not. But you're not a lion, are you? You're a human who knows better. Or at least so you claim, because a lot of people who bring up the lion argument are also people who claim that they're superior to animals. So which is it? Are you just another animal or are you superior to animals? And if you're just another animal, I would say that if a lion has alternatives, I'm sure a lion would rather have an alternative rather than go hunt an animal. What does the sign says? I'm doing a social experiment, come talk to me. It's mirrored because that's what the YouTube app does. You wanna try a social experiment? I'm live on YouTube, yeah. You know? You can be off camera if you want.
What is all about?
Just ask you some questions, that's it. About animals.
About?
Animals.
Yeah, I like sounds like fun, but
You can be off camera if you want, as I said.
please, not blurring, nothing.
No. You can be off camera. You can just come a little bit closer so that the mic picks you up.
Yes.
You can come closer.
it's,
There's nothing. You're not in view. You can come a little bit
Yeah,
closer.
it's good.
Yeah, you're good. So the view is all the way up until here, by the way,
Yeah.
just so you know. So you're way far away from the view. What's your name, by the way, if you want to share?
Oh, my name is John.
John, I'm Chip. Nice to meet you, John.
Nice to meet
So, John, do you know about the Yulin Dog Festival?
you. Union?
Yulin Dog Festival.
No.
It's a festival in China where they eat dogs.
Ese allá al final.
How do you feel about that?
No, es una cosa no.
It's sad.
It's sad, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you see footage, the dogs are scared, they're shaking, they keep them
Yeah,
in cages.
but you must think about other stuff as well.
Like
For
what?
example, here, you must look. Dogs eating is wrong,
Yeah.
but in Holland they eat horses. They
Is that
eat-
wrong also?
Yes, of course.
Is it wrong to eat any animal?
Actually, depends on what animal, kind of animal.
Can I ask why does it depend?
Look, let me put it like this. This is nature, you know.
So wouldn't it be nature also when it happens to dogs?
If this is their
Or
culture,
horses? Yeah.
if this is their culture, then yeah, we cannot do it about it. It is sad.
So now it became
It
okay.
is sad. Huh?
So why is it sad then, if it's nature?
For us, it's maybe sad
Why?
because for me, I find it very sad
Can I ask why? Why does it make you sad?
because that are mascots for us, you know.
Yeah.
But what I try to explain is, do you talk Dutch as well or
No.
English? Okay.
I do, but you know.
Oh yeah, I understand. I'm sorry. Yeah, let me put it like this: we are in the Western countries, and what we think about what Eastern countries doing is maybe we find it very wrong. The Eastern countries, what the Western countries doing, maybe they are thinking wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah, but do you think we should judge whether an action is right or wrong based on their culture? Like there's
I have
cultures.
really, to be honest with you, I find it very sad. I
Yeah.
find it very, very awful.
So why don't you find the same thing if we do it to cows or chickens?
Yeah.
Why isn't it just as sad? Do you think that a dog feeling a knife to their throat is different
Actually,
than a cow
every
feeling a
animal
knife to their throat?
has rights, but
Or they should have.
every animal has rights, even a small dog. I think we must think otherwise. What happened in China is wrong. We are eating animals here, also is wrong, but
Yeah.
we are doing it.
Yeah.
Let me not interrupt me. Let me explain to you why. For example, we eating cows. We are eating even horses, even rabbits. Rabbits is also wrong, but we eat it anyways because it's part of the culture. in China, that is also wrong, but it's a part of their culture. So we must think about this. How can we avoid eating animals?
But let me ask you this. I can help you with
I
that, but do you think that culture dictates what is right and wrong? Or do you think we should we should challenge culture and maybe some things, even though they're cultural, they should be wrong and not done?
Culture is something for the people,
Yeah.
but we must not think about culture. Let me don't interrupt me. We must think about scientifically, science. We must try. This is what has happened in China. Is I I I, uh, I
Yeah.
error with it,
Yeah.
if I'm saying correctly. But we must think differently. For example, how can we eat less meat?
Or not at all.
How?
Why less?
Yeah.
Every time you eat meat, you
It's
kill an
nature.
innocent
It's
animal.
nature. No, doesn't. In this
Isn't
science, let me finish talking. In this scientific world, we can eat meat without killing an animal. There are science. I have not a lot of knowledge of it, but there is
plant-based meat?
also. But you can also copy a cell from an animal.
Oh, you mean like lab-grown meat?
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's not in the stores yet, right? So,
Yeah,
but
but
nowadays it's not about that. But
Yeah, I think we must focus on that
sure, I agree with
for
you.
now.
But
I
right
think
now,
we must think further. Right now, for now, what is happening in the present tense, we must think about. Let me finish talking, yeah, and then I'm coming to your answer. Right now, we must think of two things. Thinking about the future, how we can eat meat, avoiding killing animals. That is one. And second of all, what can we do right now? In the meanwhile, the science is developing. What we can do in the meantime to eat less meat
or not at all.
or not at all.
And that's
But
one thing
yeah,
we can do. We can eat plant-based meats. We can eat plant-based dishes. We
yeah,
don't have to exploit animals for any of the
yeah.
dishes that we have,
But
right?
but this the thing. We can talk about it every time, every time, every time. But you must think. You must think. How do you say? Um, you must think realistic. Let me finish talking. You must think realistic. You must think very realistic.
But
This
it is
is it,
realistic
no no
for
no.
you. I'm sorry for
Let me
interrupting you, but
explain. Let
you,
me
you, you keep
explain.
making these long
No.
discourses,
Let
and
me.
I want to be clear. You, as an individual, can go
No,
right
I
now
want
and
to
never pay
come
for
with
an
a
animal to be
solution to
abused for
come.
you.
I want to come with a solution to eat to eat vegetables, to eat more, to eat more
So what do you think
plant-based
you
meat.
can do about it?
I will come with the solution, but right now this is a normal habit. Everyone is this is a normal habit in life that everyone eats meat. What we must do, and now and now the answer is coming. What we must do is action, and how we can do action is promote plant-based meat as much as possible. Let people taste it. Let it be a trend. We must do that. We must focus on that. Let
Do you
it
think
be a
you can do
trend.
that?
What you say?
Do you think you can do that? Do you think you can stop buying meat and buy only plant-based meat
We
from now
must
on?
stimulate it. We must battle it.
Sure, but you yourself as an individual, you have responsibility for some
I
animals dying
am,
for you, right?
for me, example, I am trying to eat less meat.
But do you have responsibility for the animals that die for you?
Um, well, if I must think right now, yes. But if I feel sorry, no, because it is an humanity thing. And
Does
yeah,
that make it right? Because there were
it's
a
not
lot of
right.
humanity things
No,
that were
it's
wrong.
not. It's not right.
So, but
I
you
can
could be,
change
you
it.
can change, yeah.
I will give you a sample, example what I'm trying to do. Okay, let me finish talking. For example, I love meat. I eat chicken, cow, everything.
Dogs, monkeys, humans,
Monkey,
everything.
no, 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 no,
No?
no, no, no.
Why not?
I hate
Their
that.
meat tastes really good.
No, that's horrible. But
But
anyways,
dogs, chickens, and pigs is not horrible.
pigs I eat.
Say it again.
Pigs I eat.
And it's horrible, right?
Yeah, it's horrible.
You know
But
they're smarter than dogs.
yes, that's true. But what I'm trying to do right now for myself and also for my health, but for me as for myself,
So why not stop
let
eating
me.
now?
That is I'm saying. That is, I'm coming to my answer. What I'm trying to do right now is eat more vegetables and replaceable meat.
Yeah,
For example, tofu.
yeah, and that's
And
great, but
it takes time to build it off.
it doesn't, because you know what? If let me put it this way for you. If all the meat in the supermarket right now would only be from dogs, because all of a sudden all these animals they got a virus and we can no longer extract their meat from them, and some people started bringing dogs to life to kill them and eat them, would you buy that meat now?
No,
No. And you see, so you see, if it were in that situation, you would respect the dogs and buy tofu or all the
you
meats
know,
directly. Why not do that now and respect all animals?
I will not buy it, and I wanted to give an answer on that. No, why? That is why I'm going to say no. Why? Because it gives me a shocking effect. It will take me. It will let me think. Um, how do you say? My English is not very good, by the way. Sorry. It let me give. I must have more time to think of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if a little child is eating meat, they are growing with the habit. You know what I mean? But this right now, if you give it, if you ask me, I will not buy it.
But
And because I must take time to think from hey, I don't want to buy it, but I like it. I don't
But
want to
can you
buy
think a
it,
little
but
bit about the animals also? Can you think a little bit
it's
about
hard.
not just yourself but
It's
the
hard.
animals also?
It's hard to think about
It's
it.
hard.
It
But
is.
like if you think from the perspective that these animals being killed for you,
Yeah.
don't you think you should stop immediately?
It's hard. It's
I
hard to
understand that,
take
but
that. But
who do you think it's harder for? Do you think it's harder for you to stop buying some meat or for them to who are forced into slaughterhouses for you?
to be honest with you, I have no feeling of it. I don't feel it right now.
But you feel it for
I
dogs.
feel it very sad
Yeah.
for every animal, even pigs and cows. I find it very horrible. But the feeling of the horribility, I don't feel it. You know what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say, right?
because you've been educated to no longer focus on that because somebody told you it's okay to do this to these animals. I'm sure sometimes when you were a child, maybe at some point, you if you had known back then, you would have said no, that's horrible, and you
Yeah.
would have probably remained with the feeling. But because as an adult you started thinking about it, you probably don't know any better.
Yeah.
But even still, you as an adult can still make different choices today, right?
Yeah. I can make different choices today, but it takes time.
Does it? Because if it were dogs, you just said that it wouldn't take time. You would instantly say no. But if it's these other animals, logically, don't you think you should give them the same respect and not pay for them to
Of
be killed?
course. But like I said, it is like alcohol. I don't drink alcohol, by the way, but it's like alcohol
Like
or
an addiction.
smoking. It's addiction.
Yeah, but I can
It's
give
not
you.
easy.
So I can give you resources for that. Actually, let me give you resources for that. So there's a thing here called Challenge 22. If you scan this QR code, there's a thing there called Challenge 22. They hook you up with a nutritionist. They send you recipes every day, and they help
Okay.
you adopt a plant-based diet for free within your budget and everything. So
Yeah.
they help you learn how to adopt a plant-based diet. But you have to dedicate yourself to that, right? You have
Yeah.
to make the commitment.
Yeah.
And there's also two videos here, the minion and the most important speech you'll ever hear. Can you
Okay.
promise me you'll watch one of those two things?
Of course, of course.
Okay. Well, that's it then. That's all I
I
wanted
have
to do.
also a friend that is also vegetarian. She doesn't eat any meat at all, and I'm thinking about myself. Hey, how to become like her?
Just
I
keep
have
in mind.
also a little niece that she's also vegetarian.
But keep in mind, the
So-
vegetarian is not enough because the animals that we use for milk or for eggs,
Yeah.
we kill them, we exploit them, we
Yeah.
take their babies away from them. That's why I say watch one of
Yeah.
these videos to understand
Yeah.
everything that animal agriculture does.
Yes.
Just so that maybe you're not on board with it, man. A lot of people may not be on board with it. I just want you to get educated.
Yeah, I know what I understand what you mean.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand what you mean and feel what you mean.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I don't feel the sorry for them.
That's okay. That's
That
okay.
is- you know what I'm trying to say,
I
right?
understand what you mean. Yeah. Just watch the videos and you'll
Yes.
see what I mean.
I'm agree with everything what you said right now. But the problem is,
Verbally
I don't
only.
have the horribility for what is happening. I don't feel the hurt. That is the thing. I just let me put it like this, I just feel paralyzed.
Sure, but you agree verbally with me because because
Exactly.
when it comes to your actions, you don't actually agree with me, right? Because like let's say I agree that women should be respected, but then I go around slapping women's asses. What I say doesn't mean anything. It's what I do that matters. So if you say you agree with me that what happens to these animals is horrible, but then you go around paying for more horribleness to happen to these animals, it doesn't really matter if you agree with me verbally, right? Because your actions ultimately make the difference.
Yeah, but like I said, try to say, the actions is a part of this.
Just watch one of those videos, okay?
Yeah.
That's it. Because
I,
I understand
hope
what you mean, but I think like one of those videos could help you out to understand what I
Yeah.
mean better, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, John.
You're welcome, man.
Have
You're
an awesome
welcome.
day.
But what I try to what I try to say is you must think here in the psychology of the human brain.
I know what you mean,
Some
yeah.
people are doing stuff, and then tomorrow they are feeling sorry. And that is the thing. You must not manipulate, but you must go into their minds.
Yeah.
And I'm not a person that is going to discussions or blah 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 or stumps. No, if I trying to get actions, promoting more fashionable foods, promoting this, tasting. It's like a campaign, you know.
Just watch those videos, man.
Yeah.
I promise you you'll understand what I
You
mean.
know what I mean?
I
Right?
know what you mean, yeah.
Where from, if I may?
Romania originally, but I live here,
Romania.
yeah.
All right, how do you say dobre dan or dobre den? Oh,
No, that's Ukrainian or Russian, dobre,
that's the
yeah.
Czech Republic. I went.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
they said that dobre den. How do you
Okay.
say dobre?
We don't say that, no.
Oh, you don't say
No.
don't say dobre.
No.
All right. Well, thank you for the interview and thank you for the card.
Same. Have an awesome day, man, and please watch. Promise me you'll watch one of those videos,
Of
okay?
course.
Appreciate it.
Because you're a vegetarian,
I'm vegan.
you're vegan.
Yeah.
You look amazing.
Thank you, yeah.
Really.
Yeah, it's
I can see
possible
your
to.
body shape, so
Yeah.
it is also for me. It's also I'm a fat ass, so it's it's for me. It's also a motivation to be as healthy as
Yeah.
you or the others.
Yeah, you can be healthy, you can be unhealthy. It doesn't really matter. Like you can be however you want. It's just about respecting the animals. That's all. It is.
Exactly. Thank you very much, man.
Have a good one. Cheers. Yeah, I feel like there was a little bit of a language barrier there. He had some difficulty speaking English. He also had some difficulty, as he said, expressing himself or saying what he wants to say. So yeah, I think that was it. But yeah. Hi. How old are you?
I'm 18.
18. Are you okay being live on my YouTube channel?
Yeah. Hello.
You wanna come here so that you're interviewed?
Yeah.
What's your name?
My name is Mike.
Mike, I'm Chip. Nice to meet you. Can you come a little bit closer, a little bit here on the right? Yeah. No, just come here. Thank you, Mike. Okay, so I'm an animal rights activist, Mike.
Yes.
Have you ever heard about the Yulin Dog Festival?
No?
Yeah, so it's a festival where they in China where they kill and eat dogs.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
Not good?
Not good. Do you think it's bad that they keep these dogs into cages, they bring them to life only to use them, and then they kill them?
Yes.
Is that bad?
Yes.
Why is that bad?
I think it's self-explanatory that it's bad. I mean, why would you do such things to a living being?
Because they get taste, pleasure, and nutrition
I
from
guess. But is that really worth it?
it. I don't know. To them, it is. Do you think it's not?
I don't think so.
Okay. Do you think this applies to other animals also, or just dogs?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. Are you vegan?
No.
No. So you pay for other animals to be put in this position?
Yes.
Does that not go in contradiction with what you just said
Yes.
now? It does, yeah. How do you feel about this contradiction? Do you want to solve it, or do you?
I don't know. I think I don't have what it takes to do this step.
You don't have what it
At
takes?
least right now, I don't think so. But maybe I could imagine to be vegan in the future, maybe.
What do you mean you don't have what it takes?
Money-wise,
Money-wise?
yes.
Yeah. So if money wouldn't be an issue, like if you would you could adopt a plant-based diet within your budget,
I
would you
think
still
I-
exploit animals?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
And it's not that easy. Like I'm from Germany, and meat is very common. So it's not like good excuse.
Where in Germany, by the way?
Nordrhein-Westfalen.
Say it again.
Nordrhein-Westphalia. Yes.
Are you from a city?
I'm living near Düsseldorf,
Near Düsseldorf. Yeah.
Cologne.
Come on, you have so many options there.
Yeah, that's true. But
Yeah.
like, I mean, it's the culture. I mean, not being able to get plant-based stuff.
Yeah. But do you think that putting animals in this position, exploiting them and killing them is wrong?
Yes.
Yeah. So then, do you think you should follow the culture, or do you think you should follow what your values say that it is
I
wrong?
think what my values say.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's holding you back? You said just cost. Is that it?
I never thought much of it.
You never thought much about it? No.
Yes.
Do you know what dairy cows go through, for example, like the cows that produce milk?
No.
Why do you think they produce milk?
I don't know.
Why would a woman produce milk? To feed their baby,
Yeah.
because they have to have a baby, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if a cow needs to have a baby, who do you think gets them pregnant? Do you think they get pregnant when they want to, or do you think the farmer
The
impregnates them?
farmer.
Yeah, that's true. The farmer impregnates them. If we did that to a human, would that be fair?
No.
No. Yeah. Yeah. So and when the babies are born, they separate them from their mothers. Do you know why they do that?
To get their milk.
Yeah, exactly, to get their milk. Because if the baby stays with their mother, they may drink more milk, right? So
Yes.
they separate them, they get their milk, and sometimes they feed some of the milk bags. Most of the time, they just feed them formula.
Yes.
If the baby is born male, they don't produce any milk. So what do you think happens to them?
Yeah. You're right.
They kill them. That's where veal comes from.
I would really like to talk to you more, but we need to go into the museum. But
Sure.
I like what you're doing.
Sure, let me just tell you to the end of it, and then I'll let you go.
Okay, okay.
And if the baby is born female,
Yes.
every year they impregnate her. Every year they take their baby and exploit them for milk. And at the age of 6 or 8, they kill them.
Yes.
And cows can live 24 years. Do you know why they kill them at a third of their lifespan?
Maybe they don't produce enough milk anymore.
That's one. Yeah, either they don't produce milk or they can't get them pregnant. Is that fair?
No.
Okay. Don't be part of it. That's all I'm trying to say. So if you scan this QR code, there's a. I'll give you the card.
Okay.
There's a thing there called Challenge 22. They hook you up with a nutritionist, send you recipes every day, and help you adopt a plant-based diet for free.
Okay.
Okay. And can you just promise me you'll watch either Dominion or the most important speech you'll ever hear? They both appear on top when you scan this
Okay.
QR code. Okay.
Yeah.
And until then, can you make a commitment to not eat any animal products?
Yes.
Okay, I appreciate it. What was your name again?
Mike.
Mike, you're awesome. I'm Chip. Have an awesome day.
It was nice
and-
to meet you.
Yeah, same. Have a good one.
Bye.
You wanna have a conversation? Are you okay being live on my YouTube channel?
Yes, I'm okay with being live.
You wanna come here so that you can view? What's your name?
Rob.
Rob. Nice to
Yes.
meet you, Rob. I'm assuming you're Dutch based on the accent.
Yes,
right?
I'm Dutch.
How do you feel about animals, Rob?
I like animals.
You like animals?
I had a dog, but he died. And well, like, what kind of animals do you mean? Like,
Dogs?
Oh, yes.
So, did you hear about the Yulin Dog Festival where they kill and eat dogs in
Uh,
China?
In China?
Yeah.
No. But that's they eat dogs, but they have like a lot of dogs there, I think.
Yeah, sure, but they do have a specific.
Yeah, that's cruel. Yeah.
It's cruel to the dogs, right?
Yes.
So do you think it's then cruel to do to also to other animals,
Like what kind of animals?
like cows, chickens, pigs?
I like cows,
You like cows?
but like they're like born and raised like they won't even notice when they're like dead. They're like only reason for existence is for us to eat them.
Yeah, they say the same about those dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, but China is just a weird place, you know.
I mean, they could say the same about you, right?
Yeah, but guess so.
Right.
I like chicken and I like cows. I eat meat.
Okay. Do you think you're respecting these animals?
I pay for it,
You pay for it.
so I sort of like.
You pay for
I
them
like,
to be exploited and killed, right?
No,
Is
I
that
don't pay
respectful?
for them to be exploited. I just pay for their meat. Like they're already dead. Like they're already there. Like
But you understand supply and demand that when you buy an animal product, another animal has to be killed to replace that product.
Mhm.
Yeah. So when you pay for an animal product, you pay for animals to be killed for you.
yeah, but when like they're not like they don't get tortured or something. They just like.
Do you
they
think you
just
need
go-
to consume any animal
They have like a
products?
very good life because I want to eat them. Like
What age do you think a chicken is killed at?
depends on what chicken you buy and depends.
Chickens
on,
can live 10 years. At what age do you think they kill them, on average?
Depends on the
Just an average.
like the place where they are born. Like the average, I don't know, like 2.
42 days.
Well, that's not a big chicken then, no?
Yeah, they grow very fast. We selectively bred them to grow fast.
That's smart of us. So 42, that's 42 nice days.
Is it? So would you like to be killed right now?
No, but
Why
they
not?
don't.
You wouldn't feel it. Somebody in the back of your head shoot you.
Yeah,
right
but
now.
I have like people around me have like the mental like awareness and like the brain capability to
So
be
do
like
animals, yeah.
they really like not at the same level. Like they don't have like the emotions like we have.
So if you find a human being who has the same intellectual capacity, they do have emotions like we do, by the way. But if you find a human being who has the same intellectual capacity as an animal, then it would be okay to farm them for meat. Hell, dogs. Why not dogs? Dogs are the
Dogs
same.
are like nice, like they're pets.
Cows are nice.
Cows are no.
pets.
Do you have a cow as a pet home?
I don't because I don't have a big enough house. But if I do,
Like
if I
cows
did,
are
why
not able to live in your home. Like they will not be able to walk downstairs.
Why is that relevant enough in order to decide whether to kill them or not? How is that relevant?
Like it's not whether it's not that I want to kill them or something. I just like the meat. Like I just like to eat like a big steak, you know, like.
Yeah, but
Or
you could
like-
eat something else, couldn't you?
Yeah, but like tofu is like gross and like
I don't think you've
just-
ever had tofu that if you think it's gross. You
Yes,
do.
I've had tofu. I
And
just
you've had it
really
a
hate
really
it.
bad way, huh?
Yeah, I really hate it.
Why do you hate it?
It's gross.
What's gross about it?
Oh fuck, I don't know. Like, do you have something you don't like? Probably you don't like meat.
No, I do like meat. I just refuse to eat it because innocent animals are exploited and killed for me.
Maybe they're not so innocent.
Do you think cows are not innocent?
No, you know like how expensive it is to like have those cows live.
So wait a minute.
You
Do
know,
you
like, how
do
much
you
wa-
acknowledge that you do not need to consume animal products?
No, I really need. Like,
You
I
really need.
to.
Yeah. What is it that you need it for?
Like I need to have like taste in my mouth.
Okay.
Like, I really like it. So
What
it's
would
like
happen if you don't?
euphoria. I would probably kill myself.
Okay. So there's this tick that's called the Lone Star tick in U.S. that when they bite a person, they develop alpha-gal syndrome and they become allergic to animal products. So if you become
could
allergic
never
to
happen.
animal
Could
products,
never happen. But bro, I have to go again.
yeah.
It was my pleasure.
So
Thank
if you
you.
become allergic to animal products, are you gonna?
But I
are you gonna die?
I'm not able to. Like I'm too like
You're not
good of a
human.
human. Like no, I'm like too like good of a human to get like allergic. How? Like what the fuck?
Do you not have the same biology as every other human being on
No,
this
I
planet?
don't think so.
No.
Like I don't think I'm able to get allergic now of meat. Like what?
If you have alpha-gal syndrome, yes. If you develop that, you.
Yeah,
you
but
become
I wouldn't be
allergic.
able to develop that.
Why not?
I just like animal products so
Okay,
much.
but you claim intellectual superiority, therefore you can understand a hypothetical scenario. So in
Yeah,
a
but like-
hypothetical scenario where you would develop
the
this,
hypothetical scenarios as well, like there are aliens coming now and they kill every cow, so there's no food anymore.
yeah, sure, that's a hypothetical
Yeah,
scenario. So in
exactly.
that scenario, what would you do? Would you die?
Yeah, I would die.
You would die.
Because of the aliens.
So you wouldn't consume any plant-based products.
Yes, I do.
You do.
I just like to combine them. Like that's the best. Like a
So
little bit
how
of
do you?
steak.
So when you say you like animals, how is that? How is it you liking them? Do you think any animal feels liked when you choose for them to have their throats cut and chopped into pieces?
But they don't have their throat cut.
Yes, they do. That's how animals are killed.
No. There are other ways to do it. Like I don't know if every animal gets their throat sliced. Like that's a little
They
bit cruel.
do. They do. So if you found out that every animal that you eat has their throats cut, are you gonna stop eating them?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so you don't really care about that. Even if you find it cruel, you would still pay for cruelty, correct?
Yes.
So you're in favor of animal cruelty.
If you no, I'm not. Yo, waar ben je? Oké, kom naar Le Patron onderweg. Ik ben even in een interview. Ik ben je zo terug, yo.
But you pay for animal cruelty.
No, I pay for the meat.
Yeah,
And it
which,
comes
which
with
comes from
that,
animal
like-
cruelty. And you can choose something else, can't you? Like you can choose plant-based meat.
Yeah, but then that's gross.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I don't really like that.
Yeah, sure. It's gross to you, right? Like
For me,
but-
it's not that does, but I do
Sure.
respect.
I
it if you
understand. I
don't
understand
eat it.
that somebody told you it's okay to eat some of these animals, and it's not okay to eat these animals. I understand that you just follow and say what everybody does to tell you to do. I understand that
no,
you don't
like,
actually think
completely
for
not.
yourself.
No,
But
no.
like, it's okay. It's okay.
And now
it's
you're
okay.
putting like words in my mouth. Look, I've never said that.
no,
Like,
I know
just
you never
don't-
said
I
that. That's
don't
just an
agree with you.
observation. That's just an observation
Like,
that I
there's
have
no
along.
reason to get like mad at me. Like I
That's
respect
I'm not
you
bad.
for
Just
getting
let me
like,
explain.
being
Just let me
like
explain. The
like
reason.
a vegan, but I
why?
just don't
Like,
want
think
to.
about it. Why is it that coincidentally you, like every other single human being from the Netherlands, eat the same animals?
But I don't.
You do.
Like I probably eat other meat than the rest. Like I don't.
What
probably
other
eat-
meat do you eat other than the rest?
I try to get like the best animal meat. There
Sure.
is,
Why
like,
is it that
biological,
everybody
you
says
know?
that? By the way, I've been speaking to a lot of people. Every Dutch person especially says that. So why is it that you think that you chose to eat these specific animals and not others?
Because I like it.
No.
Yes, yes.
It's because
yes.
somebody told you to do so.
No, absolutely not.
So why is it that don't you eat dogs? What if dogs
I
tasted
don't like
amazing?
dogs. I've tried it. Just don't like it.
Yeah. What about humans?
Humans, that's cannibalism. That's illegal.
So if it were legal, you wouldn't have a problem.
Yes, I would. I've heard that it's not that tasty. It's very.
It tastes like pork.
Yeah, I don't like pork. I don't eat.
You
pork.
don't like pork.
No.
Okay.
I
Okay.
only eat cows, chicken, lamb.
Yeah. So you only exploit
duck,
these individuals, right? Dogs? Jesus Christ.
No,
man.
no ducks. Ducks.
How are you so cruel to these
Ducks.
animals? Yeah, why are you so cruel to these animals?
Bro, I'm not cruel. I've done nothing.
You
to
pay
them.
for them to have their throat cut.
No, I pay for
For
them
a product
for their
you
meat.
don't need. Yeah.
I
to have their
respect
throat.
them, like-
So if I pay somebody to kill you so that I can eat your meat, am I
That would
respecting you?
be like illegal. That would be
Sure,
like an
but would that be
assassination.
me respecting you?
No, that would be very weird of you.
So if
Like,
so,
I don't-
so if you do it to an animal, how is that you respecting the animal?
Because an animal is not a human. They
So
don't
wait a
change
minute.
the world.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So it's only disrespectful because you're a human?
Yes,
Okay.
but I really do have to go now.
What if what if we find out that genetically you're actually very distant from a human being?
I
As
really
you said,
like
your
the
body is
conversation.
different.
Bye, man.
What a horrible person. A lot of nonsense. Couldn't get detached from what they like. Me 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 me. That's essentially what this person was saying. That's exactly what this person was saying. I like me. Kill me. Me. Wrong if it's to me, but right if it's me. That's exactly what they're saying. That's what they're saying. God, I need to drink some water. But will there continue to be people like this? Nothing we can do. Selfish and self-righteous, exactly. So imagine living in, like, that's the funny thing about it. You meet somebody from another country and they say, no, it's easy here in the Netherlands. You meet somebody from the Netherlands and they do exactly the same. It's always the same justification. It's always the same thinking. It's so funny to me that people who consume animal products think they're original or that they make some of these choices. Because what I described him as is exactly you who are listening and are consuming animal products, you're exactly the same person. Somebody told you it's okay to eat some of these animals. Somebody told you it's okay to exploit some of these animals. And you believed it and you continued with it. You never challenged it. You never thought about it. You never said, but why is it wrong to eat these animals but right to eat these other animals? You never challenge it. And some may say, well, because we gave this purpose to this animal and this purpose to these animals. But since we gave the purpose, we can easily just give another purpose to an animal. It's fairly easy. But wouldn't you know it, when that comes along, you have no argument. So what most people will do is they either bite the bullet and say, yeah, I don't care, I'll eat cats and dogs. Or they say, it's different, and they won't be able to justify. Well, at that point in time, they also bring religion a lot of the time. Do some research, vegan brain strength. No, they don't. I did research. I'm a certified nutritionist, my man. I did plenty of research. Do you agree with the sign? It says animal abuse should be legal. You don't agree? I also have the sign animal abuse should be legal, and this guy was with the dog. It's not okay to not be vegan. It's true. It's not okay to exploit and slaughter innocent animals. It's not. Because that's what being vegan is. It means rejecting that exploitation. It means respecting these animals, giving them the bare minimum of rights. Arturia says, Chip, you're an amazing person. Thank you. I don't think I am. I think I'm just a regular, everyday, non-motherfucker. I love that song. Yeah, it strikes me as so weird. Goddamn t-shirt, sorry. It strikes me as so weird that that people just refuse to think. They only just think about this. Like, imagine saying tofu is gross. Like, what the hell, man? Tofu is amazing. If you had it once and you didn't like it, does that mean that it's all gross? It's so stupid. It's just a stupid mentality to begin with. Such a conservative mindset. I only eat what I tried. Like it reduces your limits so much also. Like imagine only eating the same things you always ate. Like not being open-minded towards trying new things. That's insane. But of course when you try new things, I don't mean you trying different sentient beings that you can exploit and slaughter. I of course mean, plant-based foods. Because that's the only moral thing to explore eating. Otherwise you're just being immoral. And I don't know about you, but I don't like to do the wrong thing simply because I get pleasure out of it. But if you're a person who doesn't care whether you're doing the right thing or wrong thing, as long as you get pleasure from it, you would be exactly the same as any other person who commits an injustice, who knowingly commits an injustice. So, yeah. I see some people get triggered in the chat. There's somebody calling me an idiot. It's okay. You can call me whatever you want. Just stop exploiting animals. You can have rage and frustration towards me, but listen to my words. And my words say, animals deserve to live. Humans are animals. The basic rights of body autonomy and life. You want to try a social experiment? Those should be respected, regardless of the species. So how about you don't exploit and kill any of them? How about you don't pay for animals to be put into a slaughterhouse, to be treated like an object, and to be killed? How about we don't do any of that? I gotta put the cap on you guys. The sun is coming. Okay, I'm gonna put the cap on you. Give me a second. Who's a cutie, cappy cutie? What is the justification for the vegan moral framework? It's pretty simple. We don't need to exploit animals, so exploiting animals for a needless optional product is wrong. You guys agree with the sign? It says animal abuse should be legal. No? Why not? Let's hold the animal abuse should be legal for a second. See how people react to that. Turning it back around. Eat quinoa and other grandpa, says Lewis. I love it. Somebody said gay. Thank you. I take that as a compliment. Being gay, being straight, whatever sexual orientation we have, we all respect it here. You are welcome to be here and free to exercise your sexual orientation as long as there's consent. We all appreciate you for who you are. It's consent. We care about consent over here, man. Okay, let's see if we can get another conversation going. The sun is up. I didn't apply sunscreen, but I think it will only be up anyway for like 15-20 minutes. Love how vegans claim the moral high ground, but never clothes on minerals. No, we actually speak about clothes a lot of the times. Leather is murder indeed. Cobalt mined by children is bad. It's just there's a difference. There's a difference, isn't there? Like we all oppose any form of animal exploitation for clothing, for entertainment, for all of it. But we also try to exploit human exploitation. But that doesn't, just to be clear, that wouldn't make you a non-vegan if you don't oppose human exploitation. That's just a different thing. Like you can be a vegan and a misogynist. That would be weird, but you can be that in theory, right? You can respect animals' rights, but not women's rights. I don't know why would anyone would be that way, and they would probably be in a walking contradiction. But you can be that. Veganism is about the animals. It's about respecting their rights. That's all it is. If you think animals deserve rights, then you should be vegan. If you think animals deserve rights but you're not vegan, then there's a contradiction within your worldview. Hi. Are you okay being live on my YouTube channel?
You're live.
Yeah.
Oh, sit here. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay. You can be off camera. What's your name?
Sep.
Seth?
Sep.
Sep.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Chip.
Chip.
Chip, yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you from, Sep?
Iran.
Iran.
Yeah.
Oh, love it. I've only met cool people from Iran.
Yeah.
So Sep, how do you feel about animals? I'm an animal rights activist.
Animals. That's a hard question. I mean, of course, I love them.
You love them?
Yeah, I also have a cat.
Do you think animals deserve respect from us?
They do.
They do. Do you think we can respect animals while at the same time exploit them?
What do you define exploitation?
Using them unfairly.
Like eating them, for example?
That's one example, yeah.
I have a big dilemma about it, so I don't know.
What's your dilemma?
I mean, that's part of the nature. That's how I see it. Although I
Does
see
that make it right?
depends on how you view it, probably.
How do you view it?
I mean, the industrial way that we are consuming it, for sure not.
Okay, well, we can both
But-
agree on that one,
Yeah.
but do you think any form of farming an animal, knowing that we don't need to, is any of it fair towards the animal?
I'm really not sure whether it's, I mean, replaceable or not.
It is, it is. I'm a
Yeah.
certified nutritionist, you can look it up afterwards.
Yeah.
So if we start on the premise that you can thrive, you can be healthy on a plant-based diet,
Yep.
you can, I'm assuming you don't have any issue not wearing leather.
I have problems as well.
You have problems as
Yep,
well. Do you have to wear leather?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Wear. No.
So you don't have any problems
No.
with not choosing these products,
No.
right? Do you have any problems with choosing to pay for I don't know, zoos or?
I do have. Because, I mean, of course, they're not that free as they are in the nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But at the same time, I see the value in seeing them. I mean, when you're a child, that's probably the main way to be exposed with them.
sure.
Yeah.
But if a child is not exposed to black people, should we make zoos of black people so that children can see them?
I see your point. Not for sure.
No. There you go. So. Yeah, you know, by the way, during slavery times, there were zoos that were showing
Yep.
black people, which is insane. But yeah, so if we don't need to eat them, if we don't need to use them for milk, for eggs, for any of this, how is it justified to farm them?
I mean, it's as I said, it's a hard question. I don't have a definite answer.
Do you
I
think
have-
it is justified? Is it fair?
I mean, is the whole life justified? I mean,
Yeah, some things are, right? Like you make choices throughout your life.
Yeah.
If you are faced between a choice to exploit and kill an innocent animal or not exploit and kill an innocent animal, how can you ever say that it is fair for you to choose to exploit and kill an animal?
Let me think about it. What's your answer on that?
I don't think it can be fair, can it?
Yeah, I mean, I can hear that from the whole discussion, but I mean,
Yeah.
how do you view it?
I think it's unfair.
But, and you're saying that the alternative is just to be vegan or vegetarian, something like that.
Vegan, vegetarians still use animals for, meat. Sorry, for eggs, for honey,
Yeah.
for, milk. All of these animals are still exploited and killed, so yeah.
Right. And just to get closer to your view, do you see having pets as a problem as well?
If you are buying them from the pet industry, if you are buying them from somebody who's specifically breeding animals for companionship, then yeah, it's a problem. Because I don't think you should be allowed to touch the private parts of an animal or control their breeding process so that humans can have companionship.
Of course. So far, we are on the same page. But for example, I didn't buy my cat.
You got them from a sanctuary.
Yeah, exactly.
That's okay, right?
But still, I have the same dilemma. That's what I'm saying.
So when
I
it
have
comes
a
to
feel-
those animals, I
Yeah.
would say so. It's like those animals are alive already.
Yeah.
You're not paying to bring them to life to use them.
Right.
And you're just trying to give them a better life. And as long as you don't treat them like an object, like a property that you have, I would say there's no issue there. If you treat them like they're a slave or your property or something, then there's an issue.
Of course.
But if you treat them like an individual, like somebody you care for, I don't think there's a problem there. You just give them a good life, right? That's all it is.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. But do you believe, you said you have a cat, right?
Yes, I do.
Do you think that your cat deserves to live a good life?
That's what I'm hoping for.
Do
Yeah.
you think it would be fair if your cat didn't belong to you? Do you think it would be fair if somebody cut their throat to eat them?
No, I mean.
Had they had a different situation, right? If they
Of
didn't
course.
appear. Yeah. So why would it be fair if we did it to another animal?
All I'm trying to say is that it's unfair. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to come up with something that justifies what I'm doing as well. To be honest.
Maybe there
It's-
is no justification.
Yeah,
there.
that's true. That's what I'm trying to say as well. That the whole life is in that situation. It's not only about eating animals, but yeah, at some point, change should be started.
I mean, I'll give you that. There's
Yeah.
a lot of choices that we make on a day-to-day basis that aren't always the ethical ones.
Right.
But I would argue, even in those situations, if somebody is giving you the choice between an ethical one and an unethical one, you should always choose the ethical one. Right?
True. True.
Yeah. So if you, for example, if you buy clothes that are made by children in Bangladesh or who are, like subservient or something, and clothes made by, I don't know, well-paid workers, you should buy always the clothes that are by well-paid workers, right? Granted that of course they're within your budget and all that stuff, right? So why wouldn't it be the same for animals, right? Like if you have a choice between exploiting and killing an animal or not exploiting and killing an animal, why not choose the one that it doesn't?
I guess there is a bit of what should I call it? Trying to come up with an analogy that is not quite correct. I mean,
Yeah.
animals versus humans. I see that. I mean,
You see us as
similarities,
different- You see the similarities,
and also I see that. I mean, differences.
but do you think that because the question, you don't have to ask yourself what the differences are, but
Yeah.
what you have to ask yourself if those differences justify killing them for an optional product.
No, it's not justified. I hear you.
That's all it is.
I
That's all
totally
it
agree
is.
with you.
It seems like you're there. And now let me ask you this, because if
Yeah.
you think it's unjustified, if I say it's unjustified for me to go around slapping women's asses, even though I'm a big guy, I would get away with it or whatever.
That's where the
But-
distinction comes to me. I mean, that's human.
But let me explain, because
Yeah.
I'm just talking about an injustice in general.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
This would
yeah.
be unfair towards the women that I would be slapping their
Of
ass,
course.
right? But if I go around doing that, yet I say it's unjustified, I would be a hypocrite, wouldn't I?
Of course.
Because my mouth says one thing
And
and
I
my
don't
action says
disagree. I
that.
mean, I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just how you think versus how you live. That's the difference.
Yeah. So why don't you align how you live with how you think?
I'll try every day. But to be honest, that wasn't my first choice of change.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to devalue what you're doing,
Yeah.
of course. But if I want to make a change at the moment, I mean, these days, to me, there are more important things, I
Like
would
what?
say. Like in the same city, I mean, if you go to the Dome Square, for example, people are all fighting for Gaza, for example, because there are humans in hunger.
Yeah. Do you think you can do that at the same time
No, that's the
choosing a
problem.
plant-based diet?
Uh, if I want to, yes.
Because I'm not asking you to be
No,
on
no,
the
no.
street like I am.
Yeah.
I'm asking you to do the bare minimum. And
Yep.
when you make a choice for your food, for your clothing,
True.
to just choose the one that doesn't exploit or use animals.
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, changing your life habits is not an easy thing. I cannot go right after this discussion and say, okay, I'm going to become a vegan.
Why not?
Right? I mean, it's something that I'm used to it. It's not going to be a one-time change and then tomorrow I am a vegan.
What if?
But I'll think about it. That's
Well, let
the
me
thing.
ask you this
Yeah.
hypothetical scenario. I
Yeah.
pose to everybody. If all the animals they get a virus, let's say bird flu, and it just it's rampant through them, right? It's killing all the animals.
Yeah.
But we're still left with the cats and dogs. Would you be in favor of farming cats and dogs for meat? Would you pay for that?
No,
No. Would you stop immediately in that situation?
I do.
Yeah. So you see, you can make the choices to stop when it comes to the individuals that you respect.
Right.
But don't you think these individuals also deserve respect? Cows, chickens, something? Like, do you think that in a slaughterhouse, a cat feels any differently than a cow does in a slaughterhouse? Like a knife to their throat feels differently?
No,
to
they
them?
don't. No, that
Oh.
I agree. Yep.
So from their perspective, it's the same.
Yeah, yeah.
Shouldn't we listen to that more than what we want?
I'll try.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. I just want to. I just want to. The reason why I put it this way is because, of course, the best thing that I can hope from you is to try, right? Like I
Sure.
can't get anything else out of you. It's just that I do hope that when you say I'll try, you are honest with that try. Because if you say I'll try, but at the slightest thing, slightest inconvenience, you're like, well, I tried.
No, no, no.
You see what
I
I
see
mean?
what
Like,
you're saying. Yeah, of
because
course. Yeah.
every time you make this choice, an innocent animal does get exploited and killed for you. And
Sure.
so I'll ask you this question and then I'll let you go. How many more animals should be exploited and killed in your name from now on?
As I said, I'll try. To
So how
keep
many
it
do you
close
want?
to zero.
Zero?
Close to zero. Yep.
Close to zero?
Yep.
Why not zero?
I mean, there's a curve. All sorts.
Let me ask you this: if you were in the position of the animal, how would you like this response to be?
Zero.
That's all I'm saying. Okay. So I'll do it. I'll give you this. If you scan this QR code,
Sure.
there's a thing there called Challenge 22.
Yeah.
They hook you up with a nutritionist. They send you recipes every day, and they help you adopt a plant-based diet for free. Within
I really
your budget
value
also.
what you're doing. Sure, I'll try. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having this conversation with me. And I mean, there's also the two documentaries, Dominion and The Most Important Speech You'll Ever Hear.
Yeah.
Can we just do this? Watch one of these two. Can you promise me you'll watch one of these
Of
two?
course, I'll do.
And until you watch them, can you just, as a commitment, don't eat any animal products until you watch them?
Just for today, I'll try. Not try. I mean, this is gonna be a conscious choice.
Okay, I
won't.
appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Thank you very much. Really
Cheers.
enjoy.
Have a good
I'll
one.
join your channel.
Cheers. Look at this tan line. Yeah. I don't think I can ask anything else out of him. He was honest, yeah. He was honest. He said he'll try. What more can we ask, can we, huh? Other than them trying. What more can we do? What's your excuse, Mr. who's listening to me, or Mrs., or whatever you identify as, who is listening to this and you're not vegan? What's your excuse for paying for innocent animals to go into slaughterhouses, huh? What's your excuse, Mr. or Mrs.? Somebody said I'm a carnivore. No, you're not. You're an omnivore. You're a human being. You're an omnivore. You can thrive on both. So why choose to kill an innocent animal? I love eating meat and animal products exclusively. Does that matter?
Ja, zeker weten.
You want to try a social experiment? If I like the product that comes out of exploiting and slaughtering innocent humans, does that mean that I should pay for innocent humans to be exploited and slaughtered when I have the option not to? If I have the option not to, how is that anyway relevant? If I like the product that comes out of me killing dogs, if I want to make punching bags out of dogs' bodies, I just want to kill them and use their bodies as a punching bag. I just really like that product exclusively. And I get benefit from it. I get these muscles. How would that be in any way ethical because I like doing it? I don't think it would it?
Kijk, hij heeft wel heel veel geld, maar hij heeft
Narcissistic and delusional, call me somebody? Nah, not at all. I mean, definitely not now. Maybe in my free time, I'm narcissistic and delusional. If you want to call me that, sure. I don't care. I don't care about your opinion of me. But right now, I'm just the voice of animals. Right now, I'm just the individual sitting right here fighting for their rights. That's all I am. And right now, I'm telling you, There's no need to exploit and slaughter innocent animals. There's no need for you to be an oppressor. There's no need for you to put an animal into a slaughterhouse. There's no need for you to treat them like an object. Most of you listening to this wouldn't do it to dogs or cats, but all these other animals you just so conveniently don't care about. You just so conveniently skip over. And that's because somebody told you this. It's not nothing logical about it, because if I ask you why, what's the difference? Nobody knows to tell the difference. And no, you giving them a purpose is not a difference between them, because you can give the same purpose to a cat or a dog. So think about it. Are you really that person who's just a follower, who does what they're told to do? Are you that person, especially when it comes to being violent towards innocent animals? Is that you? Would you describe yourself as a violent person towards the most innocent, defenseless creatures because you get pleasure out of it, or because it's convenient to you? I don't know, man. I am not that person, and I don't want to be that person. So I decided to not be that person. You can make that decision right now. Nobody will judge you. Okay, let me apply some sunscreen. Vegans Oiling Up channel, welcome. Vegans oiling themselves up in the sun 24/7. Connor asks, you know what's in the sunscreen? I know that it is vegan because it says vegan on it. So that's all I need to know. It says vegan, microplastic free, fragrance free. You can buy it on Amazon, Nuki. It's a pretty good brand. I've have some face cream from it and other stuff. How long have you been vegan for? I've been vegan for almost 4 years, I think. I didn't count too well. I don't know, 3-4 years, something like that. I was vegetarian for 7 before that, but I also had 2 years of plant-based in between. So, you know, I've been vegetarian, plant-based, and then vegan. So, if you're asking me how long I've been plant-based for, like just eating plants only, probably close to 5 years, 6 years. It doesn't really matter. It's just a question I like to ask other people because it doesn't matter. It only becomes easier with time, it's true. But it also is easy after 2 months. You adopt a plant-based diet, takes a little bit of adjustment. But that, when I say it takes a little bit of adjustment, I mostly just found it interesting. I mostly just found it exciting because I try new things, I discover new tastes, and I feel like nowadays I'm actually enjoying my food so much more. I'm a foodie, you know? Somebody said you don't look well, bro. Yeah, I don't know what you mean, man. I think you're just projecting, but that's okay. You can project. Just at the end of the day, stop exploiting innocent animals. You can project onto me whatever you want. I don't really mind. It's about no longer exploiting innocent animals. It's about not sending these beautiful creatures to slaughterhouses. It's about respecting their rights. That's why I'm here. That's what I'm doing here. I want to have conversations with people to try to get them to stop exploiting animals. And if you feel like I'm gaslighting you, I'm not. I really am not. I really am here to discuss animals. And I really am here to tell you one simple fact. You don't need to consume animal products. And thus, you choosing to do so means you supporting animal cruelty, means you being violent towards animals, means you choosing to exploit innocent animals for something that you don't need, for an optional product. Chip, how was your conversation with Gary? It was a good conversation. It was a good conversation. Gary has a lot of stories to tell. You know, he's a good guy. He struck me a little bit of as the, I don't know, the boomer type. He's like a person who's a little bit of an older person. You know, has all of these older views on things. Although he looks young, he looks very young, doesn't he? He does have good stories. That's true. He does have good stories. But he did say some things that I was like on the fence, and I didn't really comment. Or some things like the idea that fat is bad for us. It's not. Or I don't know. There were other ideas as well, but I'm not gonna go into all of them. Show us your shoes. My shoes are Vessi shoes. They're vegan. That's what you're asking. I don't know what it is with this policing. See, these are Vessi. VESSI. So yeah, if you need some good shoes, by the way, and you live in US, because these are only in US, I bought them from US. Vessi vegan shoes, great shoes, comfortable. I've been having them for 3 years now, and I put them on and off without even caring. I'm very much a utilitarian when it comes to products that I buy. They have to have utility more than anything. And these shoes are fucking insanely good. Like I just look on, see, off, and now back on. Without hands. I can take them on and off without hands. That's what I'm looking for. Imagine the utility of that. I cannot give this up, man. It's impossible. I just take them off and on easily. Look at this guy absolutely wasting his life. Nah, brother, I'm not wasting my life. I'm here fighting for animals. I would say wasting my life would be if I'm in a corporate meeting where I'm doing corporate stuff for no reason whatsoever for some money that I don't actually need. Like it was the case before. I was making a lot of money, but I didn't really need all that money. So I gave it up, and now I'm doing this. And I'll tell you what, I am struggling sometimes with money. I am. But I would much rather do this every day of the week than what I was doing before. Fighting for innocent animals, something nice. It gives you a little bit of purpose in life. And, you know, you just realize what the important things are in life. You want to try a social experiment? This life is not about money. It's not about that. I would say success in life means you actually enjoying your life and not just parts of it, all of it. Matthew Forrest, thank you so much, says, wait, I'm trying to like it. Would love to see you go to an animal shelter and tell them to stop putting down animals. Yeah, I don't know about that, man. I think it's wrong that we put down animals and animal shelters and everywhere, but I don't think animal shelters want to put down animals. I think they do it because nobody's taking them, and if they wouldn't put them down, some of them might die of starvation. I don't know. I don't know what the solutions are. If I would, like, I wouldn't go to an animal shelter and tell them stop putting down animals unless I actually have a solution for it, right? So if I had a solution for it, I would go down there and say that. But otherwise, me just going there, stop putting down animals, like, okay, what do we do now? I don't know. But yeah, you know, all animals deserve to live. All animals deserve to not be used. And we need to keep that in mind. So, you want to try a social experiment?
Excuse me?
You want to try it?
No, thank you.
I just ask you some questions, that's it. She stopped twice. Didn't want to. You eat baby spinach, murderer. Yeah, spinach is not sentient. Sit down. The thing is that a lot of people who don't understand veganism, they come in here with the most ridiculous arguments. And then when I say an argument, most people usually leave after they hear the argument. And then in their mind, that argument is resolved, but then they switch to the next one. And I'm assuming the people in the chat now are thinking about the plants being sentient nonsense, which they're not, obviously. They don't have a brain to be sentient. They don't have a biological capacity to be sentient. And there are articles about that. Why does that matter? Because sentience means they have an experience of the world. Sentience means they're a somebody. So animals have sentience, which means they're a somebody. Humans have sentience, which means they're a somebody. Sentience essentially means you're not an object, you're someone who has moral worth. Do plants have moral worth? I think so, but I don't think they have necessarily inherent moral worth. I think more that they have moral worth as it applies to other individuals. That's how I see it, at least. I'm vegetarian, keep up the good work. Aussie Petroleum, if you're vegetarian, why not be vegan, man? Or woman, or whatever you identify as, because, you know, dairy cows are actually one of the worst treated animals in the industry. They get repeatedly exploited, repeatedly impregnated. They repeatedly suffer, and when we can no longer use them, we kill them. And I would say it's the cruelest thing we do to them. It's one of the worst things we do to animals in general. They all deserve to live. And now the crop deaths argument. How many animals are killed to protect the land? Well, less than for animal products, because for animal products, we have to grow crops, and we usually grow more crops per every protein. Per every gram of protein, it takes more crops to grow. So when you consume an animal product, you not only kill and exploit one innocent animal, but also all the other animals that die in crop production. Plus, there's more to be said, like the fact that the animals being killed in crop production are being killed by humans who are not vegans. If those humans were vegans, they would probably not kill them. They would adopt either veganic farming or vertical farming. So it doesn't really matter. Doesn't. If you think it's between, like, if you have this appeal to futility or this nirvana fallacy in your head where veganism is not perfect, or where no matter what you do something bad, nah, it's not like that. One is clearly worse than the other. And if you're unaware of that, you might be pseudoscientific. Let's see, somebody's coming. Hi. You want to try the experiment? Are you okay being live on my YouTube channel?
Yeah.
How old are you?
22.
Oh, okay. You're old enough. You want to come here so that you're in view?
Okay.
What's your name?
Anna Clara.
Say it again.
Anna Clara.
Anna Clara?
Yes.
I'm Chip. Nice to meet you. Where are you from?
Brazil.
Brazil.
Yeah, but I live in Germany.
Oh, nice, nice. So, Anna Clara?
Yes.
Okay, so Anna Clara, I'm an animal rights activist. I fight for the rights of animals.
Uh-huh.
Have you heard about this Yulin festival, Yulin Dog Festival?
No.
So it's this festival in China where they breed dogs, they kill them and they eat them.
They kill them
Yeah.
and
They eat them.
eat? In China?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
How do you feel about that?
It's weird.
It's weird?
Yeah, it's...
Do you think it's fair towards the dogs that we
No, of
we
course
use them
not.
that way?
No.
No. Okay. Do you think it would be fair if we replace the dogs with cows or chickens?
No.
No.
Yeah.
So do you think that us farming animals, is that fair or is that unfair?
Farm animals? I heard about this, but I never really think about. I just live without thinking about this.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Depends about the people. Like, I don't think it's fair, but I don't know if people have food enough to eat without this. Like.
Do you have enough food to eat without?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Of
Could you choose to no longer put animals into slaughterhouses?
Yeah, I could.
You could?
Yeah, I could.
That would mean being a vegan. Have you ever considered being vegan?
Yes, I did because I don't eat a lot of meat. I don't like too much, but I'm used to it because like it's normal. Even in Brazil, we eat a lot of
I
meat
know,
there.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I never thought about, but could be.
Do you know what being vegan is?
Yes, not eat meat and something with animal, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh,
Yeah, we
I
also don't
know.
wear leather. We also
Uh-huh.
don't go to zoos. So being
Ah,
vegan
okay.
is it's about respecting animals' rights. It's
Mhm.
about not forcing animals into slaughterhouses, not seeing them like objects.
Uh-huh.
Do you see animals like objects?
No.
No. But you pay for them to be treated like objects. Do you realize that?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Does that go against your values?
probably.
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is nice what you do. What
Yeah.
you do here.
I'm trying to. Okay. Okay.
yeah,
So
because we think about.
we don't think a lot about this.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
It's true. And the sad part about it is that a lot of industries they make it so specially, right? Like
Mhm.
the reason why you don't know a lot of the practices in animal agriculture is because these industries they sell us a story so that we can buy their
Yeah,
products,
yeah,
right?
sure. Uh-huh.
So take for instance cows that produce milk. Why do you think cows produce milk?
Why?
Yeah. Like
'Cause it's
biologically.
natural, like
Yeah, yeah. But biologically, why would you produce milk, for example?
for children, like
Exactly.
when they be alone.
Exactly. So they have to get pregnant. How
Mhm.
do you think that happens? Do you think that happens? Cows get pregnant whenever they want to, or do you think they
no,
get pregnant?
No, of course not. Like they force.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So farmers forcefully impregnate them. It's true. Do you
Uh-huh.
think that's fair to do?
No, no.
No, no.
Yeah.
When the babies are born, they separate them from their mothers. Do you know why they do that?
No.
Because if they stay with their mother, they would drink the milk.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
So they separate them so that they can have as much milk as they want. Sometimes they feed some of the milk back, but most of the times they just feed them formula.
Yeah, but what do you? Can I ask you something?
Sure, let's just go through all of this. If you
Uh-huh.
can hold your question up after this, and then
Yeah, sure.
so if the baby is born male, they don't produce milk. So what do you think happens to them?
If what?
If the baby is born male,
Uh huh.
they don't produce milk. So what do you think farmers do to them?
They give him a lot of food and will kill him when.
Or they kill them directly?
Yes.
Or as it's been found here in the Netherlands in a lot of dairy farms, they let them starve to death because it's the cheapest way. And if the baby is born female, they suffer the same fate as their mother. They get impregnated, they get to have their babies taken and exploited for their milk, and then they get killed after 6 or 7 years of repeated impregnation.
Uh huh.
Cows can live 24 years. Do you know why they kill them at that age?
No.
Because they can't get them pregnant anymore. Isn't that insane?
Yes.
What did you want to ask me?
Oh, I would like to ask. I don't know how it works here because I'm here just traveling.
Yeah.
But I know in Brazil it's not cheap. Like
Yeah.
products vegan. What do you think about this?
So,
What do you think about?
so that's the thing. Most people, when they think about vegan products, we think about plant-based meat, plant-based cheeses, right?
Yes, yes.
And those are indeed more expensive in a lot of places. They're not that expensive here and in Germany,
Ah, okay. Uh-huh.
but in most places they are more expensive. But actually, a vegan diet doesn't have to have any of these, right? You can have some of these from time to time if you really want to, but most of the times you can have pasta, rice, beans, lentils, chickpeas.
Uh-huh.
Tofu is a good source of protein. Soy chunks, these are very cheap almost everywhere. And like if you think about some of the dishes that you've had, you probably like traditionally as a child. I don't know exactly all the Brazilian dishes, but I'm sure that there are some that don't have animal products in them.
Yeah, we ate a lot of rice.
Well,
Rice and beans.
rice and beans, yeah.
Salad.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
So essentially, you can do kind of the same dishes. Maybe replace the meat with tofu or tempeh from time to time, or you can make totally new different dishes and skip tofu and tempeh altogether if you don't like it. Like there's a lot of ways to go about it. Like there's a lot of ways to make it work.
Yeah.
But you can, like if you do all this normally, you will actually end up paying less for food. There's been studies showing that it is actually cheaper to be on a plant-based diet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you have Instagram? Like.
Yeah,
for
I do.
follow
I'll give you a card. But before I let you go, because I see you want to go.
Yeah, yeah.
How many more animals should be exploited for you from now on?
How many?
How many more animals should be treated like objects
No,
for
none.
you? None.
No.
That would mean
I
going
would-
vegan,
I
you
would
know.
like,
So let's do this. I give you this card. You have my Instagram and my YouTube. Can you watch Dominion or the most important speech you'll ever hear? Can you
Yes.
promise me you'll watch one of these two? They appear when you scan this QR
okay.
code. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And until then, can you abstain from eating any animal products until you watch one of these two?
Yeah, I think I can.
Okay, I appreciate you.
Mhm.
Anna Claire?
Anna Clara.
Anna Clara.
Yeah.
Very nice name. Have an awesome day and go
You
vegan.
too.
You seem like a
Okay.
compassionate person.
Good. Congratulations for your job.
Thank you.
Really
Thank you.
nice.
Cheers. Have a good one. See, everybody, some people like me. I'm just kidding. I don't really care. I just hope she changes. She seemed like a nice person. She seemed like she understood it. The fact that they ask questions to me is a good sign. They're interested in it. Yeah, nice gal, says Benji. We never know what will come out of it, but we try, you know, we try. We give resources. I have noticed that that a lot in saying this thing, you know, abstain from eating animal products until you watch these videos, that the videos have been more watched. So, you know. Nick Liston says, Nathan Winograd's nationwide no-kill shelter model. There is such a thing? I don't know about that, Nick Liston. I can look at that. I don't know about that. That's interesting. There's so much that I don't know, man. There's just so much that I don't know. That's a very interesting. Let me take a photo of that. That's a cool one. Oop. Okay, I'm gonna look it up afterwards. But meanwhile, your cap is gone, sadly. So I have to put it back, everybody. I'm sorry, as I had to take that photo. Looks like dress weather. It's pretty good weather. It's pretty good weather. I believe it. Hello, everybody. Hello, nurse. I don't know if everybody knows that reference. I remember when I was very, very young. You want to try a social experiment? Was it Looney Tunes? Who was it that was saying hello, nurse? I remember there were those little mice-like things. Whatever. Hey,
What's the social experiment
I
about?
just asked you some questions. You want to try it?
Sure.
How old are you?
16.
16. You can't be on camera though because you're 16, so you can't consent. But it's okay if you're off camera.
I can do the voice bit. If,
What do you mean?
like, is there a speaking bit? Like, if I'm not on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Casper.
Casper. Nice to meet you. I'm Chip. Where are you from, Casper?
Poland, but I'm living in Ireland and I'm on holidays here.
Poland, living in Ireland, but on holiday here. Nice. I love it. Well, I'm from Romania, but I live here, so there you go. I kind of get that. So I'm an animal rights activist, Casper.
Yes.
How do you feel about animals?
I love animals. I feel that the way that people are treating animals in the modern day is not very great.
What do you mean by that?
As in, so this might sound like a bit excessive, but I'm a vegetarian solely because of the idea, because I don't like eating animals.
That's why you're a vegetarian.
Yes, because I love animals and I hate the idea of... So, like, I won't judge other people for eating meat, but I myself would not be eating meat because it is ending another animal's life when there are perfectly good food sources out there.
I like that about you. So, Casper, do you consume any animal products, like dairy products, like eggs?
I'm not a vegan, but I'm planning on becoming vegan once I move out of my parents' house.
Yeah, because do you think animals still get killed in the production of dairy or eggs?
Not necessarily killed, but the conditions aren't the greatest. Like, free range for chickens just means that they have a certain amount of space. It's not necessarily that they have a big open field or anything. It's just like...
Yeah, so let's go a little bit through this because maybe you don't know. I was a vegetarian for the same reason as you, and I didn't know about this. So, for example, cows, do you know why they produce milk?
For their young.
Yeah, so farmers, do you think they impregnate them, or do you think cows get pregnant when they want to?
Depends. Like, if they're all in a big field, like in the summertime or in the spring, before they're put into sheds for the winter, then they're animals, they will naturally go at it. But obviously, if farmers need more cows, then there's probably ways that they can make the cows have more cows.
So normally on a farm, there's two ways of doing it. One is where they keep a bull separate. They keep one or two bulls, and then they have maybe 20 or 30 females.
Yes.
And when the females are in heat, then they put them together. But they don't just wait for them to do their thing. They force them in that direction. If they have a bull, but most farms usually they don't do this because it takes more time, and a bull going onto a cow has the possibility of crushing them. So what they do is they jerk off a bull, they take their sperm, and then they put their hand in the anus of a cow to hold their cervix, and then they inject semen in their vagina. This is the artificial insemination procedure. Have you heard of this before?
I thought that's how it might go, but I haven't actually heard of it before.
Yeah, that's kind of how it goes most of the times. Very rarely it will be different. And when the babies are born, they separate them from their mothers. Do you know why they do that?
Because the mothers will only lactate when they have children. That's how cows get milk.
Yeah.
That's
So
how we
they
get milk from cows.
So they separate them so that they can have the milk, and then if there's excess milk, rarely the case, they feed them to the babies, but babies still stay separate from their mothers. Most of the times they just feed the babies formula. If the babies are born male, they don't produce milk. So what do you think happens to them?
Slaughterhouse?
Yeah, they kill them. That's where veal comes from, right? So if you see veal ever on a menu, that's where it comes from. And if the baby's born female, same fate as their mother. Every year impregnated, babies taken and exploited for milk. And they do this repeatedly year over year up until the age of 6 or 8 years old. Cows can live 24 years, but they're killed at around that age, 6 or 8. Do you know why they kill them at that age?
Probably due to efficiency of some sort.
It is.
They need to feed them less, and they're already at like the highest weight they can get without feeding them more, which would efficiency for feeding them.
That would be the case for meat, but for milk specifically, it's because they either don't give out enough milk or they can't get them pregnant. Most of the times they just can't get them pregnant. And in order for them to wait another year until the cow is in heat, it would be expensive for them to feed them, so they just kill them directly.
So efficiency for food costs.
Yeah. Do you think it's fair to do this to animals? No. So then do you understand the importance of being vegan rather than vegetarian for animals?
Yes, and that is the reason why I want to become vegan once I move out.
Yeah. So right now, your parents support you to being vegetarian, right?
Mostly.
Yeah, mostly. Do you think they would have a problem with if you want to be vegan?
Well, I've talked about it before. They said, like, once you're an adult, your choice. As in more like, okay, we don't necessarily think this is a great idea, but then again, it's down to you.
Yeah.
Down to me, it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Because I can always take supplements if I'm low on iron, like I am now.
Yeah, exactly. And if I suggest, like, if you have an issue with iron, by the way, I suggest, I'm a certified nutritionist, so you can either take supplements or eat iron-rich foods.
Like spinach.
Like spinach. I would say not spinach. The best one is kale, if you can have kale. Because spinach has it's high in oxalates, and some of the oxalates, they bind to the minerals, so you lose some of the iron. But kale doesn't have so many oxalates. So if you eat kale, for example, and you bind it with some vitamin C rich foods, like you add a little bit of lemon, or you put it in a smoothie or something with fruits.
I'm very fond of smoothies.
Yeah, they're gonna bind so well together with you. That's how I do it, by the way. I have frozen kale. I put it in my smoothie in the morning, and it just binds all the because iron binds with calcium. Iron with vitamin C combined makes the absorption almost 100%. So you have no issues with that. So that's just a tip from my end. But like, if I come back to this, like, I'll just it's not my intent to push you necessarily. I wanna show you a different way. So if your parents all of a sudden would start eating dogs, for example,
Oh, definitely not.
or milk coming from dogs, would you still consume those products?
It's already a stretch for me that's
Yeah.
any animals, because I really like animals. I don't like the idea of animals being killed for food.
Yeah.
The more they push it, the less I want to stay.
The reason why I asked this question is because if you can't say no in the case of dogs, then you should be able to say no also in the case of these other animals, right? So think about it this way. That's all I'm saying. But I can't, like, you're a child. I can't understand the difficulty because I wasn't at your age thinking about it, which is already great if you're thinking about it. I will give you some resources and some videos. And maybe there's something you can watch with your parents. Dominion is a documentary that shows what animals go through. The most important speech you'll ever hear is a really good speech that maybe your parents will understand. I don't know, whichever you want to watch. Can you just promise me you'll watch one of these two?
Yes.
I
I'm
appreciate
definitely
you so much.
interested in this.
I like you. What was your name again?
Casper.
Casper. Dude, you're so awesome. You're
Thank you.
16?
Yes.
Dude, I wish I went vegan at your age. You know, I'm 38 and I went vegan when I was 34, and I regret not being vegan earlier. I was vegetarian for 7 years, and I thought surely that's enough for the animals, but
Oh yeah. And my school has, so in the cafeteria of my school, for lunches they have vegetarian and vegan options.
yeah.
I will always take the vegan option.
Dude, that's awesome. So just keep in mind, obviously, I cannot ask anything else out of you than doing your best. Just please be honest with what your best actually is. That's all I'm asking, okay? And you have a thing there also, by the way, if you need help, it's called Challenge 22. They hook you up with a nutritionist, they send you recipes every day, and they help you adopt a plant-based diet. Maybe you can subscribe to that, because I'm sure they can also help you with your situation when you have parents who don't agree with you, to kind of work around that. Okay? Thank you so much, Casper. Have an awesome day.
You too.
You're a cool guy. Cheers. Casper was a cool guy. I like Casper. What a mature kid, thoughtful, logical. Yeah, exactly. You don't see a lot of these people, huh? Very nice guy. So nice to see, man. I get a little bit overwhelmed when I see people like this. I get happy. Great conversation with future vegan. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate you, man. It's just so nice to see people who are open-minded and they say they care about animals, and you don't have to go through this whole like I still explain the dairy products because, you know, but he understood all of it. He thought about it. He said it's wrong. He's trying. Like, Casper is one of us, as Benji. I agree with you, Benji. Casper is one of us. I agree with you. He's a cool guy. I think what I'm going to do, so in version 2 of the cards, because I went through 250 cards already, so I have 150 cards left that I ordered. So in version 2 of the cards, I think I'm gonna put the Discord, the Discord channel that we have also there, because I don't know. I go on Discord a lot on this channel where I also do outreach, and there's people who, if you need community, by the way, I strongly recommend that Discord channel. It's a very good one, and there's just so many people who come in there and they're seeking the community to be vegan and all this stuff, and I really want to give that to people, even if they have more questions or something, you know, to come there and have more it feels like a way where we can continuously converse, you know. So I'll do that. I could never stop drinking milk and eating meat, says Will Miller. Well, Will Miller, first of all, never say never, and second of all, you gotta ask yourself where your values lie. Is it more important to you what you like, the pleasure that you get, the benefits that you get, or is it more important to you that you're not a violent oppressor towards innocent, defenseless, sentient beings? Because to me, it's more important that I'm not a violent oppressor. I'm just saying, I'm not violent. I couldn't ever say I'm not violent if I weren't vegan, right? The only way to not be violent is to be vegan. Because if you're not vegan, you're violent. That means you're making a conscious choice for violence towards an innocent animal. Of all the things, like in a situation where somebody's confronting you, where in a situation where you're like, how do you react in that situation? Somebody would call you violent if in that situation you choose violence. But imagine a situation where there's no confrontation, when there is absolutely nobody doing anything bad for you, but instead you choose to be violent towards somebody who's essentially like a child, somebody who's defenseless, somebody who doesn't know what you're doing to them, somebody who puts their trust in the farmers, somebody who feels, who has emotions. I would say that's not just violence, it's the worst type of violence. So yeah, if you're not vegan, you are violent. What about violence towards plants, asks somebody. Well, sir, plants are not a somebody, okay? Plants are not a sentient being. They do not have emotions, they do not have a subjective experience of the world, they do not have how should I put this? They do not experience the world. They are merely biological beings that react to the stimuli. Of course, they are a little bit more advanced. Of course, they still have some memory. They're intelligent, of course, right? Plants are very intelligent. But that doesn't measure to, because it's not about intelligence. It's about sentience. It's about the capability to feel, to have an experience of the world. Because that's what makes you a somebody. That's what makes you an individual. And plants aren't that. But let's imagine that you think plants are that, okay? Because I'm pretty sure that if I turn around and read it, there you go. Somebody will say something like, plants can communicate and work with each other. Of course they can. Like my computer can communicate with other computers and work with each other. That doesn't mean that they're sentient, right? They just follow, basic algorithmical rules. But let's imagine that you believe that all of this means that they're sentient. Whatever. It doesn't. We have science behind that. But you really want to believe that, and you don't want to believe actual science. So even in that situation, even if plants, today, we find out that they're sentient, it would still be morally preferable to be vegan. Because on a plant-based diet, you kill less plants. It seems counterintuitive, but hello, you want to try an experiment? Good. Just asking people some questions. On a plant-based diet, you kill less less plants. Because on an animal-based diet, you have to feed the animals also.
Are you on TikTok live?
I'm on YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah. Are you okay being live on my YouTube channel? I don't know, 170?
70.
170.
Good afternoon, guys.
Yo,
Where are you from?
I'm from Romania, but I live
Romania,
here.
Nice to meet you.
What's your name?
I'm Quinton.
How old are you, Quinton?
I'm 19.
19. Okay, you're okay being
So
live.
I can be on YouTube.
Yeah. So Quinton, I'm an animal rights activist. How do you feel about animals?
All right.
All right. What does that
Yeah, because we're all animals, so
We're all
that's
animals.
good.
Have
So-
you ever heard about the Yulin festival in China?
No.
So in this festival in China, what they do is they take dogs, they kill them, and then they eat them.
Ah, well.
How do you feel about that?
That's quite cruel.
That's quite cruel.
Yes, because
Okay.
dogs are pets. They're
Okay.
good animals.
Well, not these dogs. These dogs are specifically made to be meat.
Ah, okay.
Is that okay?
Well, I don't know. How is it a bit animal friendly going? Or
Well, I wouldn't say any of those animals feel like it's friendly what's happening to them.
yeah, but just like with chickens, right? They get breed to eventually get killed
Yeah,
to eat.
that was my next one, right?
Oh, shit.
Chickens, pigs, cows. Do you think it's fair? Do you think it's not cruelty that we bring them to life only to kill them?
That's some deep questions you got here.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I'll give you a card after.
Maybe it's a little bit cruel.
It's a little bit cruel.
Yeah.
Are you in favor of supporting animal cruelty?
No.
No. But you do support it, right? Because I'm assuming you do eat animal
I
products.
eat meat, yeah.
Yeah. So, do you think you can stop doing that?
Yeah. I've
Yeah.
been vegan.
You've been vegan?
Yes.
What does it mean
for a
to be
whole month.
vegan?
Well, nothing for animals at all.
Well, that would be plant-based. That wouldn't be vegan.
Vegan is nothing from animals at all, right?
No. Vegan means respecting animals.
Okay. Well,
It's a moral principle. It's not just about food. It's also about clothing. It's about entertainment. It's about saying animals are not here for us to use.
Okay. Well, I
So
failed.
you were plant-based for a
I
month.
was plant-based.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what happened? Why did you switch back to
Because
the
I
violent?
got sick.
What do you mean you got sick?
I didn't feel well.
How did you adopt a plant-based diet?
Just stopped. Got different kind of things.
So you didn't follow like a guide or something?
I did, but
did?
I don't know the exact things because it's a while ago.
So how did you get sick then?
Well, I didn't feel well
In what way?
in every way.
What does that mean?
Well, I didn't. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. I didn't sleep good. I couldn't do exercises good anymore.
Sounds to me like you just didn't have enough calories. That's usually what most people who adopt
No,
a
I
plant-based
had
diet
enough.
do. Did you track it?
Yeah.
How many calories did you have?
Around 3,000.
3,000. Is that how you have also now today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now a bit more. Hey!
Yeah. Okay. So let's put it this way. If I give you resources to adopt a plant-based diet with access to a certified nutritionist, where you can do it, where you will be healthy, because I don't know how you did that plant-based diet. What is keeping you from, stopping your exploitation of animals?
Well, I did try it, right?
But I don't know. You just sounds like you tried something. I'm not sure what you tried. Like
Yeah.
I'm saying access to a certified nutritionist for
Okay.
free.
For free?
Yeah.
Are you in certified?
I'm also a certified.
Well,
nutritionist,
then
but
I
it
got
wouldn't
you.
be, well, I'm not gonna do it for free. First of all,
Oh.
and second,
Shit.
I can give you resources to somebody who
So
can.
you
help
rather
out with
get
that.
paid than help the world?
No, I'd rather see where your mentality is, because do you think animals deserve respect?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Why only sometimes?
'Cause that's what I think.
Because that's what you think.
Yeah.
Is that a reason? Why do
No.
you think that way?
No, I think sometimes we breed animals to eat, and that's a bit cruel, but it's okay. That's just how
It's a bit
nature is.
cruel, but it's okay.
Yeah.
So cruelty is
Because
okay.
there isn't gonna be a perfect world, unfortunately.
Did we ask for a perfect world?
No.
Are people still gonna get killed if you stop eating animal products?
Yep.
Okay, so the world isn't gonna be perfect,
No,
but animals are not gonna
that's
be
what I'm
exploited for
saying.
you anymore, right?
No. No, not really.
So wait a minute. If
'Cause
if I
go
kill,
if you go plant-based on everything, you're gonna
so if I
destroy
make it in my,
nature even.
let me put it this way: if I make it in my mind that I'm gonna kill you and your friends,
Okay.
just put it this way.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, but then I stop. Would people still be killed in the world if I stop?
Yeah.
So
So
should that mean I shouldn't
okay,
kill-
what
should
is
that
the
mean I should kill you
alternative? What
anyway
is the
because-
alternative? Because most plant-based things also destroy nature and kill animals in different kind of ways.
what do you mean?
Well, if you want to eat avocados, yes, the bees are killed for avocados, and enormous fields have to be made to produce all kind of crops.
What do you think we feed the animals?
Weed.
Enormous fields that
I
we
don't
have
know.
to produce crops, where we kill the animals in order to produce their crops for the animals.
Well, we can produce wheat almost everywhere.
So in fact, when you buy an animal product, there's the animal that you exploit and kill, but then there's also the thousands of animals that were killed in the production of food for the animal that was exploited and killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so obviously if you adopt a plant-based diet, it's better because, yeah, there are some animals who are killed in the crop production.
Yeah.
But if I was to be
So
doing
you're
those crops,
equally as cruel.
so no, you're not equally as good because again, one kills thousands of animals, one kills hundreds of animals, one kills thousands of animals incidentally. No, sorry, one kills thousands of animals incidentally, plus the intentional killing and exploitation, and one only kills animals incidentally. In other words, if you build a house, you may accidentally kill an animal, right?
Yeah.
Does
So
that
then
mean
it's
you
good?
should not build a house?
So you kill an animal?
Yeah. So the
So
reason
that's-
why you
that's the
kill an
same.
animal matters, right?
No.
No, it doesn't.
No.
So if I
If you kill- if you kill
let me
a
ask you this:
person-
if I accidentally hit a dog with my car, is it the same as me taking my car, going on a sidewalk, and ramming into
No,
a
but if you
dog?
build a house, it is a choice, and you know the animal's gonna
So
be killed.
is there a difference between intentional killing or incidental killing?
No, because if you're gonna build a house, you know it's gonna be intentional.
So it's not intentional. Again, it's incidental, and you don't have to kill that animal. You can just displace them, right? Just like we do in crop production also. But yet again, you have failed to miss the point because one is intentional, one is incidental. Do you
No,
understand that?
but it's not the same. If you're gonna drive a car, you know it's gonna be a dog there, and you know you're gonna hit it. You can say it's an incident, but you know you're gonna kill the dog.
So if I drive a car and accidentally hit a dog, it's the same as me driving a car and intentionally hitting a dog.
No, that's not what I said.
Is it the same?
No,
Why
that's
not?
not what I said.
Why isn't it the same?
Okay, if you're gonna build a house and you know you're gonna kill animals, and you're still gonna build that house, then
Because
it's
I have to,
intentional.
yeah.
Then it's intentional, right?
It's not, no.
So you
Because
know
my
you're gonna
intention-
kill an
my intention,
animal.
My intention is not to kill the animal. My
but-
intention is to
but
build
you
a
know
house.
you're gonna do it.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna try to not kill an animal. Me as a vegan, I can build a house without killing an animal. Yeah.
Okay. well,
If
that's good.
if all the people who produce crops would be vegan, they would also not kill animals. But none of this is relevant because yet again, one is intentional, one is incidental. That doesn't mean that you should. And yet again, the one that is intentional has on top of it thousands more animals. So would you rather kill 1,000 animals or 100 animals?
Rather less.
Okay. So that would mean adopting a plant-based diet.
Not necessarily.
Yes.
No,
Why not?
because it's you take it very platonic, or very.
Scientific, yeah.
No, not really scientific. I
Yeah, I
don't,
look at
know the
data.
numbers, so.
Yeah, I look at the data and the science. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So how many animals get displaced or killed when you want to?
Around 7 billion per year for crops.
For crops.
Do you know how many animals we kill for food production?
No.
90 billion land animals and around a trillion sea creatures.
Okay.
And out of that 7 billion that are killed for crops, more than half are killed for production of animal products because we have to feed those animals. So in reality, how many animals are killed for you?
Quite a lot.
Quite a lot.
Yeah.
Why not choose to stop that?
Because we don't have to.
So why wouldn't you choose to stop paying for that?
Because it's not too bad to eat an animal.
It is to the animal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, if you were in that shoes and somebody would want to cut your throat, there's 8 billion people on this planet.
Yeah.
It wouldn't mean anything if somebody chooses to kill you or not.
Yeah.
Would it be bad for you?
Yeah, but our humans are the same as animals.
They're the same in all the way that matter. Yeah, they're all when it regards to killing them or not, we are the same. Yeah, they deserve the same rights. Don't you think an animal should have the right to live their life however they want to?
Do you think humans and animals are exactly the same in values?
I think you and I are not the same, and I don't think that the extrinsic value matters. Like, I think you have zero value to me. If I had a pet, they probably have more value to me than you do, right?
So every animal should have the same space as a human should have, and the same life capabilities.
No, because it's not the extrinsic value that matters, and it's not what I'm saying. So you have to try and understand what I'm saying, okay?
Yeah,
do you know the difference between extrinsic value and intrinsic value?
Well.
So let's put it this way: extrinsic value. These three are your friends, right?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Well, clearly, if something bad happens to them, you would be very sad, and it would affect you, right?
Yeah.
We're not the same as the animals.
No, but let me finish. Okay. Do you have a pet at home?
Yeah.
Yeah. If something bad would happen to that pet, you would be affected by it, right?
Yeah.
And I would say if something bad happened to that pet, you would be more affected than if something bad happened to me, which I'm a human. You know,
Okay.
because I'm a stranger to you.
Yeah.
So the value that we place on others is very variable. We may place some value on some humans, we may place some value on some animals, and then we may place other humans at the bottom.
Okay.
None of that matters because that's the value each individual person on this planet creates this value system that they have for everybody, right? And sometimes we use the trolley problem, you know. If you know the trolley problem, we use that to judge how your values are. But that doesn't matter when we choose whether to exploit somebody or not. Because what matters in that situation is the intrinsic value. And that means the value that they have within. For example, I would not exploit you, even if you have zero value to me. I would not exploit you because I recognize that your life matters to you. Just like my life matters to me, just like an animal's life matters to them.
Yeah, but
it's
like
the intrinsic value.
animals don't have that, are not as capable of having a conscience as we do.
They have a conscious, they have a subjective experience of the world, they have emotions, they think. What else do you need? They have pretty much, so for example, pigs have the intelligence of a 3-year-old, 4-year-old child. Would you be in favor of exploiting a human being who remains as the same intellectual capacity as they were when they were 3 or 4 years old?
It's a comparison. It not means they are the same.
It doesn't. But what I'm saying, it doesn't matter that they're not the same because you and I are not the same. But I recognize that you value your life. I value my life.
You are human and I'm a human.
Doesn't matter because
Okay,
yet
it does
again,
matter to me.
it doesn't because you know what?
It doesn't matter to you. But you can't say it doesn't matter to me.
Okay, so why does species matter to you?
Well, that's just how we're programmed.
So somebody told you that it matters to you.
No. If you
So
want
do
to
you
talk
have a
about
logical reason why species matters?
Yeah, we had a debate actually a couple of days ago. We are programmed to take care of each other as a cohesive social group.
That essentially means somebody told you that it's this way.
No. That's programmed. That's biology.
To take care of others,
Of
right?
the same species.
Sure, but we're not talking about taking care of them. We're talking about value, that, like if they matter or not.
Well, if you
It's
want
not
to
the
take care
same,
of somebody, you're
because
gonna value them.
Every single person that matters, you may not need to take care of them,
Okay.
yet they still matter. Do you understand that? Like I still matter even if you don't need to take care of me.
Yeah, we see that.
Yeah.
Because we are
so
programmed
that's
that way.
that's not the point, right? The point is that it's not about what matters to you or who you need to take care of. What matters is the fact that this individual wants to live and they don't want to be killed by you, and you don't need to kill them. So how is it justified to kill an individual who has emotions, who has feelings, who has thoughts, strictly because they were born in a way that you think it's okay to kill them. Because if this individual
so you're
was
making the
born,
same comparison that a human is the same as,
no,
as a pig.
I'm literally saying, I'm assuming you wouldn't eat cats, would you?
Why not?
So you would have no problem killing and eating cats for as an optional product like it is now.
Yeah, why not?
Dogs also?
Probably.
Okay. So you don't respect any animals. Okay, then let me ask you about humans. You say humans, you would have a problem killing and eating humans, right?
Yeah, that's my life.
Is it just because they're part of the same biological group as you?
Yeah.
Do you always discriminate based on biological group? Because it is a biological group that you didn't choose to be part of, right? You were born a human, and therefore you think it's okay that anybody who's the same part of the same biological group as you deserve the same rights. But if somebody was to be born of a different biological group, like a different species, you think it's okay to kill and eat them for whatever reason.
Well, if you can give an example of something that looks like a different kind of species of human, but there are only humans and animals on this planet.
So yet again, you discriminate based on a biological group called species, correct?
For now, yeah.
So what is the difference between you discriminating based on the biological group called species and somebody discriminating based on the biological group called sex? Like somebody being a misogynist, saying, I want to kill...
It's not the same as species.
Why is it not the same?
Because sex is inside of a species.
Both of them are just group of phenotypes. That's all they are. Both of them are just phenotypes. So how is it relevant to say these phenotypes? Yeah, they are.
We have the same DNA as a woman.
No, you don't. You have a different DNA than a woman.
Yeah, on both parts we have the same amount of chromosomes.
So if an animal has the same amount of chromosomes as you, then it's
we
wrong
are
to kill
human.
them. Well, no, that's not true. There's animals who have more chromosomes than humans,
Yeah.
and there's animals
That's
who
not
have
the same
less.
amount,
Why
right?
would it? And there's humans who have less chromosomes, by the way. So why would it matter?
That's a medical error. Yeah.
So
Okay,
why does
that's
any
another
of this
example.
matter? Because yet again,
Oh, you have to
do you
take-
even know what a species is?
I don't know what the definition is that you use.
But what is the definition that you use? Because you discriminate whether somebody can live or not based on it.
species
So I'm
is-
assuming
is
you should know what it
classified
is.
a different kind of chromosomes, a different amount.
It's not. It's not. no.
Okay. Not. How would you say it?
No, so species is you can either define it as individuals of the same category who can interbreed and create fertile offsprings,
Okay.
or characteristics that have similar phenotypical characteristics. No,
Okay.
similar phenotypes. So whichever way you describe it, none of it morally justifies killing somebody from a different category than you, right? If somebody can't interbreed with you or produce fertile offsprings, do you think it's okay to kill them?
I don't know. I didn't really get what you said, but you know, we as all humans have, most of the humans have 48 chromosomes. I see that as the same group, and that's my distinction of
Can I ask you something?
humans and animals.
But how is that relevant?
I really
It's
agree with a lot
relevant
of
to
things
me.
you're saying.
Yeah.
I really like what you're doing. Because you use an argument that is pretty valid, but in
Yeah.
the animal kingdom, it also happens, right? I mean,
Yeah.
other animals kill other animals to
Sure.
survive, and that is also outside their own species,
Yeah.
right? So I don't really understand what you're going with this argument.
Does that matter?
No, for them, they're doing to survive, because as a species, you want to survive.
Do we do it to survive?
No, at this point, we do not.
Yeah, so there's
Now-
that distinction, number one, we don't do it to survive. And
Yeah.
number two, we have we all have alternatives, they don't.
Yeah, that's true.
And we also know it better, right? Like
Yeah.
when lions, for example, they do this thing in order to dominate their pack. What they do is they kill all the women and the children. Sorry, they kill all the men and the children in order to mate with the women in that
Yeah.
tribe. That's what they do. That's what lions do.
Yeah.
We couldn't say, I'm gonna start doing that because it happens in the wild and because lions do it, right? So
Yeah.
we can't just pick something that an animal does in the wild and say, well, I'm gonna do it too because it must be right because a lion does it. We know better. We distinguished ourselves from the wild by saying
indeed.
what
We
is right or
distinguish-
wrong.
We distinguish ourselves above all other animals, and we choose.
Can I
live
ask
with,
you what's the difference for you between a plant and an animal? Like what?
Sentience.
Sentience?
Yeah, it
Okay.
means the capability of an experience of the world. Just like you're having an experience right now, seeing things, having emotions, making memories out of it. Animals have the same thing, plants don't have it.
Okay.
It essentially means you're an individual. There's a somebody behind those eyes. There's a somebody behind the animal's eyes also. So when there's a somebody there, I wouldn't want to exploit and kill them. I don't want to treat them that way. And whether they know what is right or wrong, it doesn't matter. I know what is right or wrong. A child, for example, doesn't know what is right or wrong, and I wouldn't kill a child because they don't know what is right or wrong. I wouldn't kill an intellectually challenged human being who doesn't have the same intellectual capacity as me or doesn't know right from wrong. Why would I kill an animal? All the same things that matter, what matters to us isn't intelligence. Like, you don't choose whether to kill a human being based on intelligence. You just say, I wouldn't kill them. And the reason why it's wrong to kill a human being is because you acknowledge there is somebody. They're having an experience of the
There's
world.
somebody from the same amount of chromosomes as you have.
I don't see why that would matter.
Oh, it matters to me.
So if a human has less chromosomes, then it's
No,
okay
it's
to
a
kill them?
medical exception.
Yeah, so they're a medical exception,
Yeah,
but they're still
but
human.
It's like how many percent of people have less.
Does
or
not
more.
matter. It doesn't.
does
You know why it doesn't matter?
No, but
Because
you can't make like a very tiny portion make it based around that.
yeah,
You
it does.
cannot-
Science is accurate, man. Science isn't.
no.
Oh, there's a science
Science
percentage.
science
We're
is
just
not
gonna ignore
accurate at all.
that.
But then you just say, but you can inbreed, right?
Yeah, we can create that certain percentage of people, take them, and continuously reproduce them so that they become billions of individuals.
No,
Would it
because
be
I
then
think-
okay?
I think,
That won't matter.
no, but I think inbreeding is wrong.
But wait, but
Nee, hij
there's
bedoelt niet
also
inbreeding.
there's also
Ja, zeg gewoon dan...
Dat je downies
Nee,
gaat
want hij,
tekenen.
Nee, maar
hij
wait,
zegt net dat
there's
hij,
also
je
humans
bent
that
een
can
species als je
procreate,
met
but
elkaar
you
seks
say
hebt. Want hij
they don't
loopt
belong
de
in
hele
our
tijd te pakken op het ene
Humans who
punt.
cannot
Zeggen
procreate.
gewoon van mensen die gewoon...
Listen. I don't care if they belong in our species or not. I just believe that we should not use them or treat them like objects. Like, actually, that's a good point. Like, let's imagine that there's people on this planet, couples who cannot have babies no matter how much they try.
Yeah, that's a medical.
Yeah. So
exception.
let's imagine. Yeah, but there's
Okay.
most of the times we don't know
No,
why.
but this
But-
argument doesn't make sense.
Dit is een argument voor jou, hè?
Yeah.
Ik zei het.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ik zei het net, want er zijn mensen die niet kunnen voortplanten.
Ja.
Maar die horen dus wel bij de species. Snap je wat ik bedoel?
Yeah, natuurlijk. No, but that's what I'm trying to say. Of course, I get not everybody's the same. Some people are different, and there's some exceptions, but an exception from the norm is.
It's still an individual.
Nee, maar
Yeah.
And based on your logic, because I'm not asking you to exploit multiple people. I'm asking you, there's an individual in front of you. How do you choose whether to exploit them or not? And you're saying if they have the same amount of chromosomes as me, and if we find a human being who doesn't have the same amount of chromosomes as you, and they're in front of you, then according to your logic, you should be okay with exploiting them, correct? Because your logic says, does this individual have
No.
the same amount of chromosomes as me?
It's not if I see now an animal on the streets, I'm gonna exploit it in any way, type, or form. That's something else. There are animals.
But you would have no problem doing it.
There are animals.
I understand you wouldn't do it,
that are-
but you would have no problem doing it. That's what you're saying. Because you just said cats, dogs, it doesn't really matter to you. So you'd have no problem if you see an animal to exploit them. But if you see a human being who has less chromosomes, you should also have no problem for the same reason.
No.
Why not?
That's not true. Because
Because-
still the same with a medical exemption. If somebody has.
Well, they're not the same.
No, if they're
They don't have the
human-
same amount of chromosomes according to you.
No.
They don't qualify for what you qualify as required to not be exploited. What you qualify is
Okay, how would you qualify a human being?
a human being,
Yeah.
somebody of the species Homo sapiens.
The species Homo sapiens. And when are you of the species Homo sapiens?
I don't know when you're. That's a good question. It's always obviously on the fringes of a species. It's different, but I don't think it matters in this conversation.
No, I'm curious. How would you differentiate somebody from Homo sapien and somebody that's not?
I don't know. There's certain phenotypes that I could describe.
Okay.
But
So like.
I don't know. Walks on two legs.
Okay. What if you're born with one leg? Is he then not a human? 'Cause
That's a good that's a good
like,
thing.
I wouldn't make that argument because it's an exception. It's a medical exception. Just
Yeah.
like if somebody has an extra chromosome, they're still human, but it's a medical exception.
Sure. So how would I define a human? Then they're just part of the group Homo sapiens. How would we know that? We just have to find another human who is part of the group Homo sapiens, and then we compare their DNA, and if they're close enough, that means they're humans. That's
Okay.
all it is. So essentially,
it's almost close to the same as
somebody being human just means that they're similar to you. It doesn't mean anything else.
Okay.
Because you defined yourself as human, and therefore anybody who is close enough or similar enough to you
No,
is a
it's
human.
scientifically that we are alike. We can.
Yeah, it's
have-
again,
have
but there's variation.
offspring.
There's variations in your genes, in your DNA, just like there's variations between you and an animal. It's
Yeah.
only the only difference is that the percentage of similarities is smaller, right? Like take for instance, you might be 80% similar to a pig and 99% similar to an animal. So the question is, where do you draw this line at percentage if that's what you're going
No,
for?
our base is the same. Our base, what we are built of.
Like what? Because I don't care about any of this, by the way. If a human being is born without sentience, I don't care about them. Just to be clear. If somebody is born in the shape of a human being, but they're a plant,
Like a
I don't care
plant.
about them. Yeah, I don't think they have necessarily moral worth. I think what matters is they have an experience of the world. It matters if they have feelings, if they have an experience of the world, if they, not even feelings, just the experience of the world is what matters. Just the fact that they go through life experiencing, you know? That's what makes you an individual. That's what makes you somebody, that you're aware of your surroundings. You make decisions. You do all this stuff. That's what matters
That's
from
what
being a
gives
human.
value to yourself.
Well, that's what gives value to a human also.
So if certain kind of animals, like certain kind of fish, do they have that kind of sentient?
I think when it comes to, so
They're very
definitely
primitive, right?
All 100% of all mammals are sentient. Most fishes are, but I can't speak for all of them. But I would say most of them are. I just go by the precautionary principle, and I say if they're not sentient, I still wouldn't eat them because I'm assuming they might be. That's it. But if
So
they
you
have
wouldn't
eyes,
a
they're most
problem
likely sentient.
If like we could be certain that a certain kind of fish isn't sentient, that we could breed that fish and eat it. That wouldn't be a problem.
Listen, what do you think cultured meat is? Cultured meat is just some cells that we replicate, and we create meat out of it. It's not. It's a living organism, but not a sentient being. I don't have a problem with you eating living organisms. I have a problem with eating
Well,
sentient
I
beings.
think we're quite on the same line, but I don't think most animals have enough sentient presence.
Sentience is an on-off switch. It's not a less or more. It's an on-off.
It either exists or it doesn't.
Yeah, it's exactly.
And
You
where do
either
you
have
draw
an
the line?
experience or not.
And where do you draw the line? What would, let's say, like a microorganism, I'm saying something, or like a fly. Does that have sentience?
So it's usually the
how
way
would
the way you
describe
Yeah,
when
how
you
do
know
you define
somebody.
the way
has-
you know
has
if somebody has sentience or not is usually if they have a brain and or a central nervous system. If they don't have a brain or a central nervous system, then it's almost impossible that they have sentience as far as we know.
Okay, but then it's impossible to have. But if you have it, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have it.
It's highly likely that you do. It doesn't necessarily mean that you do, but it's highly likely that you do.
Why?
Because brains, that's what they do. They create sentience. That's one of the main things that a brain does.
So
Wait,
I got a question. There's certain types of jellyfish
Yeah.
without brains.
I know that, yeah.
Would you be okay with eating them?
So let me put it this way. I wouldn't eat them myself,
Yeah.
but if you want to eat them, I don't think I would scold you for it, and I don't know if I would save out of it.
It would
I would
make less
just
of a difference.
I would just say I personally would still go by the precautionary principle because I don't know if they're sentient, and I would assume that they are. But if they
But then you don't know that they are, right?
I don't know that they are, no.
And so how do you know it with plants?
Well, with plants, because plants don't have a brain or a central nervous system.
Okay.
But jellyfish, they have a central nervous system, but not a brain, right? So
Yeah.
when they only have one of them,
But like plants, like we might not have enough, you know,
Data.
how do you call it? Yeah, like we might not know enough about plants to say that they do or don't have consciousness.
we have
Because
enough to know.
They do react to their environment. and
They do
stuff.
react to their environment, but they don't have the complexity required to create sentience.
Okay.
They just don't have that. They like brains,
as we
brains.
know
As far as we know. But
Yeah.
even let's imagine that even if plants were sentient,
Yeah.
a plant-based diet would still mean killing less plants in the process because animals are fed more
They
plants.
do require plants.
Yeah, they eat way more
But
plants
I'm
than we
just-
would
you-
otherwise
You
eat.
say, okay, you have a brain, and brain creates sentience.
Yeah, brain creates sentience. You can know.
How-
You know
how
how
far
you know
does-
that? You
'cause
know
brain
that.
just is a.
Have you ever
like a
been under
compu-
operation?
No, I don't.
No. So if somebody goes under operation, you'll see that they use this form of anesthesia that essentially just silences all
The receptors.
Yeah. It silences everything from the head down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that just means that your experience is gone because, well, it's a little bit more complex. They use certain receptors in the brain.
But your head is like.
yeah, it does come from the brain.
The computer. It's
We
the
know that
computer. It
so
gives
we-
out signals and.
So all we know is that sentience is an emerging property of brains. We don't understand exactly how it happens. We just know that it's an emerging property of brains.
Yeah.
That's all we know.
But what does it? Why would it mean that it has sentience or creates sentience?
Brains?
Yeah. Well, what do we?
Because that's how we know. Like, how are you asking? How would we know if an individual has sentience or not?
Because Oh,
maybe it's
no.
maybe it's a bit fake. For example, like a microorganism or like a bit bigger than that doesn't have a brain. It still eats. It still reproduces. How is
But
that?
they do it mechanically, right? Like if you think of a bacteria doesn't make choices. Bacteria reacts to the environment. You make choices.
Yeah.
You can go left,
No,
right.
I
you can-
agree that the human has way
Yeah.
more.
But an animal
forces,
does the
way more
same thing.
complex.
That's the thing. An
Yeah,
animal
no,
does
that's true.
exactly the same thing. Like to us to say, of course we can start comparing plants if we want to animals, but that would be extremely disingenuous because we've all seen animals and we've all seen that they have anxiety, for crying out loud. Animals have anxiety. That's such a complex emotion. Like it's an emotion where you get this feeling that you want to leave, this feeling that you don't know what's happening to you. Like this is a very complex emotion, and animals have it. The fact that they have that tells me that they almost certainly have everything
Maybe
else.
that's where we think different. I think sentience is something. No, paranormal is a bit. Is not the right word, but it's.
We have science for this. This isn't my opinion.
No.
All the mammals, all the animals that we farm are sentient because we have science behind it. That's not my opinion.
No, I'm not saying it's not a fact,
Yeah.
but I see sentience and consciousness something far further than just experiencing things.
But that's what it is. Sentience is a capability of a subjective experience.
Mr. Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
I want to say, like, ethically, you cannot argue with you. That's
Yeah.
how I look at it. It's
Yeah.
impossible to argue against.
Because that's the truth.
That's
yeah.
the thing. But let me ask you this: why do you think not everybody? Because do you think most people agree with me and you that ethically it's almost impossible to be against this? You think most people have that, right?
I think there's people who are against that, but I don't know why most people don't choose it. I personally am a rational person and I don't like doing bad things. So if I know that something I'm doing is bad, I try to change. That's who I am. But there's
Yeah.
people out there who, when they know they're doing something bad, they swipe it under the rug and move on with their day and they continue doing
So
it.
what is the biggest reason so many people still eat meat?
I
would
think
you
that
say?
most people are unaware of what they're doing. I think most people are unaware of what animal agriculture does. Most
Yeah.
people imagine that, because most people they imagine that animal agriculture is like you give this animal a life, they run around happily on the field, and then somehow shoot them in the head, in the back where they don't even know it. So they imagine this experience that they have where they're happy, and all of a sudden it all goes away,
Yeah.
which
How do you know that most people think that?
I just assume that way because I was the same. I was the
Okay.
same. I don't know, of
Well,
course. I don't know.
actually,
This is
we
an
grow
opinion.
Up and we grow up and we know slaughterhouses aren't the best places, but it's with Netherlands and all its rules, it's very strict.
Oh yeah, Netherlands is very strict. That's why in the Netherlands, if you put a camera like they did 4 years ago, they found out that the dairy cows, that after they impregnate them, after they have the baby, if the baby is born male, normally they have to kill them because that's the humane way to do it. But the farmers here in the Netherlands, between 60 and 80% of the dairy farms here in the Netherlands were just letting the male calves die of starvation because it was the cheapest option, because sending them to a slaughterhouse would cost them
Yeah,
money.
and that's horrible.
Yeah, that's horrible. So it's the thing about it is that no matter how much we create rules for this thing, no matter how many rules we create, at the end of the day, they will always find ways to cut corners.
Yeah.
So what can we do about it? If
Yeah,
they
because-
always find a way to cut corners.
Don't participate in it because the reality is, even if you do it in the
Okay,
best
but
way
I'm-
possible,
but
it's
what
still
the-
bad for
the
an animal.
alternative, because we now we kill 3 billion animals for all the crops on a whole of the world, and
Yeah.
90 billion land animals. You said.
Yeah.
So what if the whole if we're gonna switch all
Yeah.
plant-based? The number's gonna change up a bit. Then those 90 billion animals.
We would
won't be
still
killed
not
anymore.
get. We would still not get none. So
Everything would be
A
plant-based.
vegan person uses between. So it takes. There's a study from Mexico that it takes between 3 to 10 times more land to produce 1 gram of animal protein versus 1 gram of plant protein. That land usage comes mostly from the crop production, obviously, right? Because an animal doesn't need that much land usage. So that means that if everybody were to be switching to a plant-based diet, you could see a reduction in land use between 3 to 10 times. So we could reforest, so we would get a lot more wild. Climate change would slow down tremendously because, the worst thing about climate change is methane, which is produced by animal agriculture. So it would slow down tremendously. That's another good thing. But the best thing about it would be we would kill almost no animals at all, because I'm assuming the farmers who become vegan, they would also understand, hey, we don't need to kill these animals, so they would do veganic farming. Like They would do vertical farming. Outside of Amsterdam, there's several places where they do vertical farming, where they essentially grow vertically.
I have a question. If you go a bit back,
Yeah,
do you
of
think we talked about levels of consciousness, right?
Yeah.
Do you think, for example, an insect has the same level of consciousness as a cow?
It's difficult to say. So when it comes to levels of consciousness, there is, for example, this one thing that bonobos have, that we have, that a lot of other animals do not have, and that is, for example, the capability of knowing, of knowing your experience, right? Of knowing how you, like.
But before you said
it's
that
not just
consciousness was, or you don't have it, or you have
yeah,
it. So it
consciousness
doesn't matter.
is either you have it or you don't have it, but there's of course certain aspects of it which are you can either have, like, they can enrich that experience or not enrich that experience,
So
right?
there's a spectrum.
So the spectrum is, the reason why I wouldn't call it a spectrum is because if you say it as a spectrum and humans have the richest experience, I think you would be wrong. Because, for example, a bird who can fly, or a dog who can smell in layers, or a cow who also has this giant smell, or somebody who can hear really, an animal who can hear really well and smell really well, like a
that's
dog,
very good.
they may have a way richer experience than we do of the world. So the experience
Yeah,
of
but
the
they
world can
can't
be
evolve
enhanced.
like we do.
They can't play Clash Royale.
No,
all
they can't play-
they can't
they
play
can't play
sure.
Clash Royale.
Yeah, but like, which
Have
is
you
a
ever
game that
seen
we
a dog
invented.
with 3
Yeah,
crowns?
I'm sure that if a dog invented the dog, you could invented the game, you couldn't play it also. Like, we created this game specifically for it to be played by us. If we invented a game that could be played also by them, they could play it.
I
It
have
doesn't.
seen an ape play Minecraft.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that they still have an experience of the world. We don't know how rich or how poor it is, but it is an experience, and I'm assuming bugs have slightly poorer experience, but they still have an experience. I know
Because, like, if you have them on the same level, I mean, if you want to protect all these plants, you have like sprays to get all the bugs dead, right?
But
That's not in the equation of the 9 billion and the 90 billion, I think, because I don't know the data, of course. But
No, there's obviously way more insects killed in crop production,
Yeah.
but
It's
the same
insects.
but the same applies, doesn't it? Because if we produce more crops to feed the animals,
Insects have a brain,
Yeah.
right? And
yeah, and it's the same thing, right? Because if we produce more crops for the
But-
animals, then obviously more insects would be killed,
Okay.
even in the
But
production.
that's
of
not
animal
entirely
food.
true, because then you get all the animals out of the equation. So you don't. So instead of
If we
now you have
remove all
crops,
the animals, yeah, but if we remove all the animals, we would produce less crops.
no,
Because
but
we need
the
less.
crops is what you eat, right? Or no?
So crops,
yeah, crops you use them also to feed animals.
crops we use them to feed
Oh,
animals
but
also.
I meant like plants that we eat, like you say plant-based diet that
Yeah.
grows. For that you also kill bugs, right? Because you want to
Yeah,
protect those
sadly so.
plants.
You don't have to, but sadly so.
Yeah. So if you have like a lot of plants and no animals, there are also way more bugs getting killed. Right?
No, because let's imagine that to produce, if you have 1 square meter of crops, you kill a certain amount of insects.
Yeah.
If when you produce a plant-based food, let's say you have 5 square meter of crops,
Yeah.
when you eat an animal product, you have between 10 and 30 square meters of crops on top of the animal that you exploit, right?
Yeah.
So you kill between 3 to 4 times, 5 times more not bees, but insects and the animal themselves. You see what I mean?
If you have the animal.
If you have the animal, yeah.
but so
And if you don't have the
Yeah,
animal,
yeah,
then you would be
okay.
killing less insects in
Yeah.
the
Okay.
process.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Though.
Yeah, yeah. So
but
it's,
does a insect also has a sentience being, according to you? Or?
I think bees are sentient. I think a lot of insects are sentient. I don't know their experience. I have a friend who is from US who's I call him a bug guy. I don't really know what he does. He's a bug guy. He's experienced in bugs and all of this, and he does say that they're sentient, and they're very intelligent. A lot of them, like hell, ants they have
Would you
wars
be
between
okay
each
with
other.
Eating honey?
No,
No?
no, it's the same reason.
Yeah.
So, but all of this, the whole point of all of this discussion is that for us, right? Like, obviously we can find fringe situations where should I eat this animal, should I not eat this animal? But in our day-to-day life, we're always going to have a choice between killing an innocent animal or not. That's our choice. And if you look at all these other factors, obviously the one where we don't kill the animals is better. But I'm not saying it's perfect. No solution is perfect. But one is better than the other. Just like, imagine during slavery times, right? It's an injustice. When we abolished slavery, those people are still fighting for their rights to this day. So the solution wasn't perfect, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't have done that solution.
Yeah. I have one question. You mentioned that we think in the Netherlands that like a cow grows up and has a perfect life and then
Yeah.
it gets killed. Would you be okay with that?
No.
Why not? If you either way is gonna die. What's
For the same reason, because
So yeah, wait.
I also
Go on.
no, wait.
Sure.
So
Can I go?
even though if you eat only plant-based things, you will also kill animals, right? You said.
some animals die in crop production, sadly. Yeah.
Yeah. So if animals also die when you only eat plant-based things, wouldn't it just be better to just kill yourself because then less beings
Sure.
die, right?
But that's not practical, right? I wouldn't advocate for
that-
people to
that-
kill themselves. Obviously, you being alive means you will harm somebody. You might harm some humans throughout your life because you're alive. You might harm some insects because you're alive. I wouldn't advocate for you to kill yourself because of that. I think I would advocate for you to do your best.
Conscious beings die, right?
I would advocate for you to do your best,
Yeah.
and that would mean obviously reducing as much harm as you possibly can in all situations. And what was your question? Why would I have a problem with
Yeah.
that? Because even if we bring cows, treat them nicely, and kill them at an old age, let's say, most of the time we kill them as babies, by the way. So all animals are killed at a fraction of their lifespan. But let's say even if we do let them live a good life and we kill them, I would still think it's unfair, because at what age would you like to be killed at?
well, like 80 or something.
Would you like to be killed at that age?
No, but you formulate the question in a
Yeah,
certain way.
sorry.
I can say
Yeah.
like if I die, I can use my organs to help
Sure,
somebody. So in
sure.
that
If you
sense,
die, but would you want to be killed at any age of your life?
Yeah, but let's say I know I'm gonna die in one day. Okay, let's say I'm gonna die in 1 hour, and then I get killed because my organs are more fresh for the people to help. I
So
would
let
do
me
that.
put it this way: if you find a dead animal in the forest and you want to eat them, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
So my problem is with bringing to life animals, using them, treating them like objects, and killing them,
Okay.
or killing animals directly by you hunting them.
So, for example, if you let the animals live and they die naturally, then you can eat them.
If you want to eat them, sure, just like you would with any human, as you said, use their organs for whatever you want.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, so I always think like if you do have, if there is a way to have like a ethical food production, like animal production, like me myself, I would rather be alive and then like have a bit of an earlier death than not be alive at all. So I think like if the life is of quality for them, then I mean I would still be okay with it, because
just
I
that-
know they have lived. They have lived at least like a little of their life.
Sure. Would you be in favor of us forcefully getting women pregnant so that we create humans who should have a life, even if those humans wouldn't have? Say it again.
This isn't necessarily needed, right?
Well, none of it is needed also for the animals. I'm just saying, like, the problem with farming isn't just the killing, it's also the bringing to life of animals. It's the idea that we think, well, this is my animal.
Yeah, but
I will jerk off this
this
bull,
is
use
what-
their sperm, and inseminate a cow so that I can have... They literally do that.
Yeah, but
you can look on
but
YouTube.
this
It's
is
insane.
This is like making the comparison between humans and animals again. That there's
No, I'm making the comparison that it doesn't matter if they're human or an animal. They're the same experience. They have the same experience of life, and it's just as unfair to kill an animal as it is to kill a human because they have an experience of life. It's not wrong to kill a human because they're human. It's wrong to kill a human because of their experience of life.
I have a question.
Oh,
I don't want to disagree with you, but just want to know your perspective. You just said like a spectrum, right?
Yeah.
Before insects have less consciousness.
I wouldn't call it a
Or-
spectrum.
Or
Yeah.
okay, you didn't call it spectrum, but like us humans are probably the most superior, like animal, right? I mean, we dominate the world.
I wouldn't say we're the most superior. No.
Okay, not in that sense, but perhaps more superior than a pig. I don't try to disagree with you.
Depends. So listen, how you judge superiority? If, for example, a bird could look at us and say, humans are so inferior. Look at us, we can fly. We have freedom to go wherever we want.
Okay,
right?
let's tie it to intelligence, because that's...
Yeah, but that's something
what we
you
had.
choose, right? Yeah, and if you're talking about intelligence, yes, we are the most intelligent animal on the planet. Yeah.
Yeah.
But and intelligence does prove to give us the capability to dominate whoever we want to dominate,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But intelligence also makes us, do what we do today, which is destroy the planet. Which is intelligence can also be detrimental to our own
Yeah,
species.
you can define it, of course, how you want, but because
Yeah.
we rule the planet as humans,
Yeah.
not any other animal
We do
rules
rule
than
the
us.
planet, yeah.
Like, maybe not the water, but okay.
Yeah.
But then, what would it matter if we... oh, yeah, I lost myself a bit in the
That's okay.
question there. But
Just to be clear, when I said this, why killing a human is bad only if they have sentience. Imagine if somebody is on a machine where they're essentially a vegetable. The doctor says there's nothing there anymore, right? Would you pull the plug to kill them?
if they're completely brain dead.
If they're
or-
completely brain dead, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know why you would do that? Because if they're brain dead, that means there's nobody in there anymore.
They're not alive.
So what if you
Yeah,
can produce
they're
animals?
still alive.
Their body is alive.
Their body's alive, but them themselves, their experience is no longer there.
No, that's
It's the same thing because you see, you value that experience.
No,
it's
no,
the same.
You're filling in how I would think, but that's not.
Why? So
because they don't
why
have
would
the
it
human
why
experience.
would why would you be okay with that but not
They're
killing
brain
the human?
dead.
So what? So why
And
would
they
it matter if they're
don't-
brain dead? They're still alive.
Well, I would say because
they breathe.
Because how you
their nails
how you
grow, their hair
determine
grows.
define sentient and consciousness is a bit different than I saw. Maybe it's the right definition. Probably it is because you're well prepared.
I'm prepared. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah.
But I don't like the word soul because it's mostly religious based. But
yeah, but if you think about it like a soul is, well, that's essentially all animals have exactly the same thing. Your what you said now, soul, is exactly what animals have also.
But, so let's say you can produce animals that don't have consciousness, or like we put like a syringe in the mothers and they make babies that don't have consciousness.
Well,
If
I
we
would
kill
have a
them-
problem with you putting a syringe in a mother who's sentient, but let's imagine that you
Okay,
create.
but, okay, but then so
Just
the
in a
only
lab, in a lab.
in a lab. Okay, that
I
generation
don't have a problem with
is
lab-grown
fucked.
meat. I don't have a problem with lab-grown meat.
Okay.
It's not about that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's the same reason why you would kill a human who is brain dead. You do it because there's nobody there, because you realize that what's important is that there is somebody there. It's the same reason why it's important to not kill an animal, because there's somebody there. If an animal is brain dead, kill them and eat them if you want to do that.
I
don't have a
got
problem
another
with that.
question. So if at some point there is a way to develop lab-grown meat,
There is nowadays. They're working on it.
right? But like on like big scales
Yeah.
and stuff, would you then like basically have an all lab-grown meat diet because it's better than a plant-based diet?
Myself?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
so-
like
so
in,
no,
in that
because-
case, a plant-based diet would
so,
be worse for the environment.
So me as a certified nutritionist, no, because meat is not healthier than plant-based.
Uh-huh.
In fact, most of the recommendations are to have as much as your protein from plants as possible.
there are different kind of proteins.
There's different kinds of amino acids, of
Yeah,
course, yeah, but like if you
but
get most of your nutrition from plants, you will
10
be
gram
healthier
of-
essentially.
10 gram of plant-based protein is much less effective for the muscle than 10 gram.
Depends on the plant protein. If it's soy, for example, depends also in that case. If it's soy isolate, depends in a lot of cases, but you can't
Well,
have the same efficiency.
Well,
There will
they're less. I don't know the name.
bioavailability, yeah. But
Acetose. It has a certain. It has to do with the string. It has a certain kind of amount of.
So the reason why plant protein doesn't get absorbed as much as animal protein does is because when you eat plant protein, there's also other micronutrients or other stuff like oxalates that they bind to some of that protein, and some of it doesn't get absorbed because of it. So that reason alone means that when you eat animal protein along with plants, which most people do, they would still. I just want to be sure, like most people do, then you would still get into that position where some of the protein won't be absorbed because some of the plants have oxalates, they have some anti-nutrients, so it's sort of called.
Yeah.
You should still eat them because they're healthy, but they just won't go to your muscle production.
Yeah.
But you can just eat a little bit more.
Okay,
That's
so
it.
it's just a fact check. It's not about the
Yeah.
argument itself, but I was just my brain is starting to work a little and getting
Yeah.
some information. But
Yeah, I'm just
but,
saying, like, so
They're
i-
laughing at you.
No, no,
So-
guys, come on! I'm trying to learn.
So in a diet no matter the diet what you eat, you can have like there's a study that compared muscle growth in individuals who consume the omnivorous diet and individuals who consume the plant-based diet, and the results were exactly the same. It doesn't matter. You can build just as much muscle.
Okay.
That's why I'm jacked, man, because I built a lot of muscle.
Yeah, you're pretty jacked.
Yeah, because I
Damn.
also work out a lot, but yeah.
You can see that.
Yeah.
You're looking
Yeah.
good.
Vein is really popping.
Yeah, you can. I see that. Yeah,
Put some curls
this has
before
all.
the interview,
I actually did curls today. Yeah, I
Ah,
did curls
okay,
today.
wow.
It was the lucky day that I did curl. Yeah,
that's
it's
nice.
also because I'm gonna be part of a competition. Do you guys know Brownie?
Yeah, oh, the trademark competition.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Very
Are
fun.
you gonna be part of that
But,
also?
but
yeah.
I've heard of people that will do it.
Yeah, I'm also gonna do it. So
sick.
I'll see. I'll see. how
What
it
is it about? Because
Yeah, like a trademark collaboration, and then with the.
you can win 10,000 euros.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna use that money to donate it to sanctuaries.
Ah,
but,
that's
yeah.
great. That would be
Yeah.
great.
It's not that I can't use the money. I would definitely use the money, but I think they would use it more. So there you go.
Ah, that's very, very humble. of
I
you.
still wanted to ask about, but because you're saying like a plant-based diet is just you're still gonna kill some animals, and like that
Yeah.
that just happens. But it's like reducing it as much as you can, right?
Yeah, but it's not
And
about the killing. By the way, yeah, go on.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Yeah.
But it's just like so, lab-grown meats, like you've said yourself, that's more efficient than like less animals get killed that way.
Oh, if
With a lab-grown meat.
nobody asked me this question before. That's a very good question. So if lab-grown meat would kill less animals than the plant, yeah, I would probably eat lab-grown meat.
Yeah, but then, like, shouldn't you just eat? Like, shouldn't as much of your diets consist of lab-grown meat then? Like, because you're saying just
Probably will. Probably would, yeah.
all meat's not good for you.
But just to be clear, by the way, this isn't a calculation that I'm not advocating for people to calculate which option is better, which option is not.
Okay, yeah.
Because some systems that we participate in will inherently involve some form of exploitation, slaughter behind them, right? Like production of crops. I'm advocating for let's just choose the best system that we can, and the best system cannot possibly be one that depends on exploitation.
Of course.
Animal agriculture depends on exploitation. Whenever you pay for it, it depends on it. Any other system just has exploitation in it. And all that exploitation should be addressed, of course. Like the fact that animals die in crop production, the fact that we don't use as many GMOs as we should. I think with plant GMOs should be the standard nowadays. So all of these need to be tackled, but they're going to be tackled in a different way, and they can't be tackled when we bring to life animals only to kill them, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
But like you're talking about finding the best system, like the most efficient, whatever you want to call it. And so it sounds like you're saying that the lab-grown meat is the best.
Might be. I don't know, because I
Okay,
don't know
yeah.
exactly in the production of lab-grown meat what it implies,
Right,
all of it,
right.
right? We will know when we get there, when we put it at scale. But if it is, yeah, I probably will will adopt a lot of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good to
Let
hear.
me give you guys some cards, because I had a long conversation with you guys. And, yeah, I'll give you 3 cards, okay?
Definitely.
Yeah, so I appreciate you guys having a conversation
Yeah,
with
no
me.
worries.
I hope at
Trying
least
to
you
learn
learned
a little
something
bit.
from
Yeah,
it.
of course.
Yeah, cool what you're doing,
It was
man.
good to talk to you.
Yeah, you have my social media there also. I urge you one thing. Watch Dominion or The Most Important Speech You'll Ever Hear. Dominion shows what animals go through, but The Most Important Speech You'll Ever Hear is just a really good speech. Even if it doesn't change your mind, you will at least learn about what animal agriculture does. Can you promise me you'll do that?
Oh, for sure.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
I appreciate
What's
you
your
guys
name? I
doing
didn't
that.
get
I'm
your
Chip.
name.
Chip, nice to meet
Yeah.
you.
Nice to meet you, man.
Hey, thank you guys for having this conversation with me. How old are you guys?
20.
20.
21.
I'm 19.
Okay, well, I'm 38, and I'll tell you, my biggest regret is not going vegan earlier. It sounds funky,
Yeah.
but once you make that switch,
Because vegan is also close
all
all
of
life.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So it's about just about respecting animals.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like being a feminist for women. Vegan is for animals. It's the same. It's respecting their rights.
Okay.
It's a compassion and fairness.
I have one more question, like a general
Yeah.
thing. What is more expensive, like being vegan or
Definitely.
that is more expensive than not being?
Oh, especially here in the Netherlands. So here in the Netherlands, I personally quit my job. I went vegan. I started doing this. I have way less money, and I still end up living on less money per month. And
Yeah.
inflation has gone up since then. So I would say it's like we have studies showing that it is cheaper to be plant-based.
Yeah.
A lot of the times we think of it more expensive because we think of the plant-based cheese and plant-based meats, and they are more expensive. But sometimes, not always. Like in Albert Heijn nowadays, if you buy the one that is in the bonus, right? Every week they have a Jesus Christ, sorry, a bee was on my ear.
Don't kill it.
No, of course not. So
Let's hope it doesn't
every week they have a discount on a plant-based meat company,
No.
and if you take it from there, it's actually cheaper than buying meat.
Oh yeah.
But if you eat like a normal healthy diet, you eat pasta, rice, beans, lentils, chickpeas,
Yeah.
and sometimes you buy some of these plant-based meats, you're still gonna end up cheaper. Yeah.
Okay. Because you don't need to buy like vitamin pills, like
Only
for example-
B12. That's the
B12,
only
yeah, that
vitamin.
was what I
Yeah.
wanted to say, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only vitamin you need to supplement. And even that one, you can buy cereals or foods that are fortified with it. So, you
So
don't need
all the 9 essential amino acids, I don't know if there are 9, but is it all in plants?
There are 9, yeah, and they're all in plants. Yeah.
All in plants?
Yeah.
And why do you need B12 then? There's not enough in plants.
Yeah, so B12 is not enough in plants. It is present in some plants. B12 comes from a bacteria that's on the ground normally.
Yeah.
And B12, the reason why you get B12 from animal products is because we feed B12 to the animals themselves.
Yeah.
But for example, if you're a vegetarian, you should take a B12 supplement anyway because milk and eggs are not a good B12 source nowadays.
Energy drink is good to B12, so I think I've seen it.
There are energy drinks that have B12? I don't know. I don't know. There might be.
I'm pretty sure.
There might
But
be.
I heard they test Monster on animals. So I don't know if
really. Oh fuck.
if that's.
I mean, the way I see it, I think in the future B12, either all foods will be fortified with it or we will all have to take supplements because that bacteria that was on the ground is kind of gone these days because of industrial agriculture. So
Yeah. Oh okay.
so we give B12 to animals not for them but for us to get it through them because the animals die before any deficiency would set in. So.
Oh shit. Okay.
All right. Well, we learned a lot of your chip. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
thanks,
Please
man.
watch
Thank
one
you
of
very
those
much.
videos, okay?
Yes.
I'll check you out on that.
Okay, thank you. Cheers, guys.
Have a nice day. Bye.
Okay, everybody. That was a long conversation, but they were all listening and they all asked questions, and I thought, hey, that's a nice one to have. They inject B12 into animals, says Peg. They do. Sometimes they also supplement it. It depends. It's a good conversation. I don't know. There were a lot of arguments in that conversation, weren't there? A lot of them. But there were some of them who actually listened more than others. Yeah, I don't know. They kind of came into it. We're like, yeah, let's play a little shtick or something. But I feel eventually they kind of open up and were nice about it. So I like that about the conversation. Yeah, hard start, but then it went well. Yeah, exactly. Seems like they were really thinking about it. They did ask a lot of questions, which was very good. Yeah. Those off camera sound a lot better, says DJR. Yeah. Let's see. Maybe we have another conversation and then I'm gonna go because there's somebody coming. Yeah, there's another person coming. Thank you, Mark J.
Hi.
Hi.
What are you doing?
I'm asking people some questions. You wanna try it?
Alright, of course.
Are you okay being live on my YouTube channel?
Oh, yeah, of
You
course.
wanna come here so that you can view? What's your name?
Mika.
Mika, I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice
Where are you
to meet
from?
Holland.
Holland. Okay,
Yeah.
love it. So Mika, I'm an animal rights activist.
Okay.
I fight for the rights of animals.
Okay, great.
Have you ever heard of this festival called the Yulin Festival?
Oh, no, never heard of it.
So in the Yulin Festival, it's a festival that happens in China where they take dogs, kill them, and eat them.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
I think that's absurd.
That's absurd.
Yeah,
is that good or is that bad? How do you feel?
That's bad.
That's bad.
Yeah, it's. I've been 7 years a vegetarian myself, and now I'm trying my best, but it's not always possible.
Why are you vegetarian?
Yeah, I was it in the past, but I don't do it anymore because of my health, and I think in once in a while it's always have to.
But why did you do it first? Why did you make this decision?
Because I think it's sad for the animals. If you give them arrows and bows, then it will be a true fight.
Sure, if they knew how to use them, yeah.
If you teach an animal how to use a gun or something, that will be a true fight, but they don't have any will about what they're doing and what's happening to them. So I think that's sad.
Yeah. Do you think that in the production of dairy products or eggs, animals are still killed or treated like objects?
No, I think that's not. Because like milk comes from a cow with a reason. It's not without a reason if it has.
Why does a cow produce milk?
What?
Why?
Yeah, a cow brings milk, and I think it's.
But why?
It's for a lot of people because a cow brings milk because other people can feed from it because.
But why
if
does a
else-
cow produce milk?
I don't know.
Why would you produce milk?
Because it's good for you, and a lot of people use it to be strong and.
Why would a
have
human female
vitamins.
produce milk?
For their children.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same reason why a cow would produce milk, right, for their
Yeah.
children. So, do you think they get pregnant when they want to, or do you think farmers impregnate them?
When they want, I hope so, but when most of the time it's when they get impregnated.
Yeah, farmers impregnate them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So farmers impregnate them. The procedure most of the times is like they jerk off a bull to get the sperm. Then somebody puts their hands in their anus, to hold their cervix, and then they inject bull semen in their vagina.
I think that isn't the normal way, because you have like other farms that's more natural.
Like the bull being there. Yeah, sometimes they keep the
Yeah.
bull separate and then they put the bull next to the cow. But it's
Yeah.
risky because sometimes the bull grows very big, and then they may crush the cow. So that's why they do this.
I think that's the more secure for the female cow.
Well, most of the times this is the procedure, right? Artificial insemination. But let's
Yeah.
imagine if there is a bull there, whatever.
Yeah.
I still think it's immoral to take the bull away and only put them when you want them to be there.
I think they just need to live in a space that they want to live and impregnate when they want to impregnate and then take the milk.
That definitely doesn't happen.
Yeah,
So
I know that doesn't happen.
what
but
happens
I
when the
think,
baby is born? What do you think happens to the baby?
It grows to be a big cow and they feed them and
So the first thing that happens is they separate them from their mothers. Do you know why they do that?
no.
Because if they stay with their mother, they would drink the milk. And the farmer says, I gotta get the milk, I gotta sell it. And if there's something left, I will give it to you. But if not, they just feed them formulas most of the time. So, but they always stay separated from their mother so that they control how much milk they can get from the cows.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the baby is born male, what do you think happens to them? They don't produce milk.
They just live happily ever after, but that's not what's happening. But
Where do you think veal comes from?
Yeah, that's
That's baby cows that were killed in the production of milk.
and then there are boy cows, but
Yeah,
I forbid everyone in my circle to eat that. So
Okay, if they're born female, they suffer the same fate as their mother. They're impregnated every year. Every year baby is taken and every year exploited for their milk. They do this repeatedly up until the age of 6 or 8, after which they kill them. And cows can live 24 years. Do you know why they kill them at that age?
because that's fresh meat, I think.
No, but because they cannot get them pregnant anymore.
Okay.
Is that fair?
No, it's not fair.
Is anything that I described fair?
No.
So everything that I described is standard practice, happens in smallest farms to the largest farms.
Yeah.
Of course, there are certain procedures that are even worse, right? Like dehorning. Sometimes they cut off the horns. They brand them also. A lot of these things that still happen.
Yeah. I
So
know.
if any of these things are bad for you, and you can be healthy on a plant-based diet, why would you choose to participate in this?
I don't participate in this.
But you said you're vegetarian, right?
Almost.
Almost
Yeah.
vegetarian, so you do participate in this.
Yeah, I do participate in this, but it's like you have. When I didn't eat meat for 7 years, I got sick very fast, and
Like what?
Like iron shortage.
Could you have gotten iron from a supplement, maybe?
Yeah, spinach or
Or
other
kale.
and fish.
Yeah.
But I eat that, but it was too less.
Not fish, not other beings. We don't
Yeah,
want to kill
okay.
other beings.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
Like
from
spinach.
kale?
Kale, and I eat that every day. And it
Do you
didn't
eat it
help.
with vitamin C?
Oh yeah, I take vitamin C every day.
Did you take vitamin C or did you eat the spinach and all of this with the vitamin C?
I did it all together.
You did it all
because
together?
my dad is like a half Greek.
Okay. Okay, so what you're saying is that, because I'm a certified nutritionist, so what you're saying is that your iron levels did not get better when you took a supplement, or did you take a supplement?
I just took vitamin C.
You just took the vitamin C.
Yeah.
And you didn't take a supplement for iron specifically,
I took vitamin B12.
but not iron specifically.
Yeah, that's iron in it. B12.
I never heard of a B12 tablet that has iron, but you never. But you said you had an iron deficiency, right? So why wouldn't you take a supplement?
I was like, yeah, I don't know.
Right, like it
because
feels
my
like.
dad, he says you should take it.
Like, I'm just like, doesn't it feel like the normal thing to do, like to take a supplement if you have a deficiency? Because I had a B12 deficiency and I took a supplement. Like, let's imagine that you have an iron deficiency even from eating animals. Are you
Yeah.
gonna kill and eat humans?
No. Yeah, I get it, but that's why I'm becoming a vegetarian again. because I know the problem and I know what's happening to them. So
But if you eat dairy products, you still participate in this animal killing,
I
right?
think that's not how it goes, because if else if you look like biologically
Oh, it happens in
already,
the biological industry also.
yeah, and eggs like with chicken, if they do it biologically, that's like a normal procedure.
Have you ever seen what happens to the chickens who don't produce eggs?
They die.
They get macerated alive. They get put in an industrial blender on their first day of life. So somebody has to check whether they're a female or a male. The females to go to small farms, large farms, biological farms, and the males, who are baby chicks that they just hatched out of an egg, they blend them up alive on their first day of life. I can show you if you want. I have.
Oh no, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's one thing, and another thing is indeed when
But
they
I
can.
think I think if it all goes in a normal way, like if I made friends with farmers in the neighborhood.
But farmers buy these chickens from the place that
No,
does
but
this.
if I made friends with farmers that I do it on my way that I think that's normal, then I think it's normal.
Is it
to
ethical
produce
to farm animals?
them. Yeah, but everyone dies once in a while, and
Is it ethical to farm humans?
I think if it needs to be both ways, I think it's if it's on a different way, I think it's also absurd. But
So if is it ethical for me to take a human being, give them a nice couch, a lot of space, free Netflix, free food, and then when I want to use their their reproductive parts to create more humans that I can use for whatever I want? They have a decent life, or a life that I consider good. I don't really care what they want to do. I just care what I want them to do. And then when I can no longer use them, I kill them. Is this fair towards those humans?
I think that's different because yeah, I think it's also normal because it's the same way that you do with animals, of course. But I think it's a little bit different because yeah. I can't say pronounce it in English, is that right?
Why is it different?
In English, just
What?
switch up.
So is it wrong to do this to a human?
Yeah, it's wrong to destroy human and animal. I think it's both.
So if it's wrong to do this to an animal, why
But I
participate
think like
in
the
it?
eggs, there are a lot of mothers who sell their milk for other babies. And
Consensually, right?
Consensually, yeah,
Do you think
yeah.
these chickens consent to you taking their eggs?
You could never know it.
Well, they cannot consent.
Yeah, they
Would
can-
it be
they
okay
can-
for me to take the milk out of a female who cannot consent?
Yeah, I know it's, but they can't do it, so that's other.
So if
That's
a human
different.
cannot consent, would it be okay for me to take from them?
If they like not on a way like that.
What do you mean?
Yeah, if it's like if they consent to it, but no, it's like
They cannot consent.
I cannot consent, and I think it also isn't wrong. It is wrong, but I think humans also should live because
But you
trees
can live without
and
animals,
plants
right?
are organisms too, and you don't know if they have feelings. You don't know if they.
We do.
love.
They don't.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, but we don't know if they have feelings.
We
I
do.
think like
They don't have feelings.
Okay.
We have science. They don't have feelings.
Yeah, but I think it's when a cow doesn't consent to bring the milk. I think that's stuff like oh yeah maybe they should live from it. So it's maybe okay.
But
in
how
a
about
way,
we
in a way.
don't? How about we don't enslave and kill any animals? How about we do that?
Yeah, that would be better.
So why not? Why wouldn't you choose to support that? Why would you choose to support any form of enslavement of animals?
I don't. Yeah, I get it, but it's like I don't support it. But
Well, you pay for it, right?
the only thing you can eat then is plants. And
Yeah.
I think eggs, when you do it on a natural way, and do it on a natural way, and you get your own chickens and you get your own cows, and you can.
Where do
it
you get
however
those
you
chickens
want.
from?
From eggs. And you,
That place where you get them from is the place that kills the baby chicks.
yeah, but you can
So for
start
every
something
chicken
for
you
better-
buy,
yeah,
for every
you
chicken
can
you
start it
buy,
for another family.
another male chick was killed.
Yeah, that's how it goes. The
Is
rules
it
are
fair?
The world
And
is
how is it
unfair.
fair? How is it fair anyway? No, the world isn't fair, but you don't make it unfair, do you? Like there's rapes, crime happening all over the world.
Yeah, and the
Do
world
you
is
pay?
unfair.
Do you pay for those rapes, that crime to happen?
I know the world is unfair and everything is unfair, but what's that?
Wil je verder nog gooien?
Oh, something.
Nee, of je wil verder gaan, maakt niet uit.
Yeah.
Ja?
I'm sorry, I'm working now, but I have to go. Thank you very
Okay.
much for the talk and good.
So
that
how
you're
many more
doing-
animals should be exploited for you from now on?
I think you have
Well, I
to
don't
do
think it's a
harmony.
good thing to
Yeah.
blame people when
Yeah.
you're doing an interview. You can always do an open interview, so I think you should question
So
how
you
you
don't
talk
think
to people.
you don't think you have any
Have a good day.
responsibility in the matter?
I think
You do have a responsibility. 100 animals each year die because of you. She flipped me off. That's so funny. She ran away. Wow. I didn't want to end on that note, everybody, but we gotta know. And yeah, Alexandra says, wow. Yeah, she was dodging all the way, huh? She was dodging all the way. I wanted to give her a card, but she got really triggered, really upset. Yeah, whatever. End on a bang. Just a lot of excuses. Yeah. Okay, so everybody, I gotta give a shout out. You know, Linda was the first to comment on that on the last stream. Shout out to Linda. Thank you, Linda, for doing that. That's awesome. You know, if you're new to the channel, we do this thing where the first person who comments on the stream gets a shout out in the next stream. Linda was the one who commented. That's awesome. Navia says one more. I don't think I have it in me, Navia. I'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. But yeah, I don't think I have it in me. If somebody comes while I end, because you know it always takes a long time for me to end these streams, then I'll have it. But otherwise, yeah. I was going to say, how is she talking about what is the most healthy when she's a toothpick? She didn't look healthy at all, says Axel. I don't know what her deal was. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know when these people say, like, I tried being a vegetarian for 7 years, but then I had an iron deficiency. For 7 years? You had an iron deficiency for 7 years? What the hell? Yeah, she was uneducated, says Linda. What can I do? Also shout out to Lewis, because Lewis also commented first, I think, on the... Was it on the Gary speech, I think? Something like that. Gary's video, yeah. They can't be bothered. I mean, she got triggered because she flipped me off not once but twice. So she walked away by flipping me with one finger and then another. So she got some kind of trigger. Something did happen there. Okay, I won't go yet then. If everybody says don't go, I'll do this, okay? I'll just hold this sign with animal abuse. I'll stay for another 5 or 10 minutes, okay? But I don't know if I can have conversations, or if we have some fast conversations or something, it's okay. I'm just holding the sign now that says animal abuse should be legal. You need the meta glasses. So let's see what happens now. What do people think about this sign? The problem is that there's also this other guy who speaks on the guitar, and every attention is going through to him now. So I don't think I can attract anybody to see the sign. Vegans are hypothetical. No, vegans are real, man. The music is good for us too, though. Yeah. Tofu is loaded with iron. Also good. You guys agree with the sign? Animal abuse should be legal. No? Are you vegan? Then you support animal abuse. There you go. Do you agree with the sign? It says animal abuse should be legal. Do you guys agree? Animal abuse should be legal. If you're not vegan, you're supporting animal abuse. Speciesism equals childism. Discrimination is discrimination. Give it up. Yeah. Goddamn. You guys agree with the sign? Let's see, the police is coming. Well, not to me. I think they're just coming here. But I'm just a regular old, you know. This guy does have some good grooves. I love how when I'm doing work, I see street activism and I just lose a bunch of hours, says Disney. I believe it, man. I believe it. 80s new shadies. I do the same, man. I lose time also. Let's see. Maybe we can have a conversation with the police. I would love it if they would come here and talk to me. Come on, guys. Come on. They're not in blue. They're in green and black. Let me show you guys. What am I speaking? Oh, they're here. You see them? There they are. See them there? They're all meeting there. Maybe they'll have a conversation with me. You guys agree with the sign? It says animal abuse should be legal.
Oh, wait. No, I agree. Don't be.
You don't agree?
No, I do.
You do? Yeah.
Should be legal.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you're not vegan, it only makes sense, right? Because you are paying for animals to be abused. Yeah. So we should abuse anybody who we have dominion over. Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. If I have power over somebody, I should be allowed to abuse them. Right? So men should abuse women also, right?
No, because that's not the same degree of power.
What do you mean? I would have power over them.
No, you don't. They have rights. Animals don't. It's like not.
Well, it's not about who has it. Should they have it? That's the question. Should they have right? You wanna have a conversation with me? Come on.
Not online, but yeah. What's the argument?
I am live though.
Okay.
But you're not facing the
understand,
camera.
Like, the dominion difference, like us versus animals, is not the same as human to human. Like power imbalance. Is not
So
the
if
same.
I have dominion over you, then it would be okay for me to abuse you.
I mean, what do you mean by abuse? How do we want to define abuse?
Unnecessary harm,
Unnecessary harm. What does that mean? Unnecessary harm.
emotional or physical unnecessary harm.
I mean,
Maybe me kicking
what do
you,
mean
maybe me
unnecessary?
cutting your throat.
That I can kick my dog without what? What do you? What's the goal? The penalty is what? Jail if you kick your dog?
Oh, I'm not asking about legality here. I am saying
You
that
are
it should be
asking about
legal. Yeah,
legality.
yeah.
So what do you mean
Well,
by
I'm saying it should be legal so that we should be able to abuse animals. We should allow animal
Isn't
abuse to happen.
as opposed to what?
As
So you're saying you should go to jail if you kick your cat because it bit someone?
Right now, if you hit your dog, you are going to get a fine or something. It is not legal to do so. But I
Okay.
think it should be legal because if we have dominion over these animals, as we do, we should be allowed to kick them, rape them, kill them, do whatever we want to them.
Well, no, you can't rape an animal. That's called bestiality.
Wait a minute. Why?
That's illegal.
Wait. Would you say jerking off somebody is rape?
Jerking off somebody is rape. I mean, legally? I don't know the definition in Amsterdam.
Like an animal. If I jerk off an animal,
I'm
is it
pretty sure
rape?
that's illegal.
That's illegal. Do
Yeah.
you know that they do that to bulls in order to inseminate cows to get milk out of them? That's not illegal, huh?
I mean,
But
that's
we
not-
should legalize
Oh,
it.
well, that's breeding, right? You're talking about breeding like horses?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
the
it is
same thing?
breeding,
I
yeah.
mean, we do that with humans. It's called IVF.
Yeah. Well, in IVF, there's consent, right? Isn't?
Are animals?
Do you
so
think
because,
an
so,
animal's
and
co-
because animals are incapable of giving
So
consent,
now
we
you're in
can't use
favor of jerking off bulls, aren't you?
Only sometimes.
Only sometimes, yeah.
But I'm just a little confused on like what's the like it should be legal.
Yeah.
No, he's trying to. It's like.
I get that you're trying to bait it, but I'm just trying to like what's the like what's your view on the issue? Like I'm
What's
curious.
my view on the issue?
Yeah.
My real view?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be honest with you. I think it's wrong to treat any sentient being as an object.
Okay, so in your world, what happens with insects?
Are they sentient beings?
Like bees. So like we can't use agricultural goods at all. Like you're a hardcore vegan. That is what I'm understanding.
I'm a vegan, yeah. Do you know what being vegan means?
Yeah. I think
does
it's
it
a
mean?
totally merited, like totally intellectually consistent viewpoint to have in
Yeah.
the world. That's
yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Why aren't you vegan?
Why I'm not because I just don't believe in that. It's not the world I live in. I believe I was given like dominion and right and free will to eat animals.
So do you think that you having dominion, which means having power over somebody, means you have the right to do whatever
Now
you
you're
want?
going
to
back to the degrees of dominion thing. Of course. I mean, animals are different than humans. Do you not agree, or do you
So
think
you
I mean,
have the
if
right.
you think they're the same thing? Sure.
So
I
do
just-
you have the right to do whatever you want to an animal?
No.
Why not? You have dominion over
Because
them.
we have a moral code that defines us.
Oh, you have a moral. What's your moral code when it comes to animals?
illegal. Like,
Say it again.
Bestiality is illegal.
Bestiality? Why is bestiality illegal?
It's wrong.
Why is it wrong?
Now you're just going back to like moral,
Yeah.
tautological. You're just
Why,
going back
why
to
is
moral
bestiality morally wrong? Yeah.
It's consent.
Because it's a different creature having
But wait a
sexual
minute.
relations.
If I jerk off a bull to get the sperm out of them, is that not wrong?
I mean, what's your intent? I don't know what like kind of thing you're trying to get
To
at.
get the sperm out of him.
For breeding purposes? Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
pretty good to me.
That sounds pretty good. Yeah. So bestiality is okay as long as
That's
there's a
not
purpose.
bestiality.
What is bestiality?
Bestiality would be like I mean, I don't know what the legal definition is, so I can't give you a clear answer on that. But I don't think.
What does
that's
it mean to you,
possible.
bestiality?
I don't know. I don't think about it very frequently. Do you?
I would say touching the private parts of an animal is pretty close to bestiality.
So
in my
we shouldn't neuter dogs and cats then in that view,
No,
right?
we should not. No.
Interesting. I actually kind of agree with that one.
Yeah, we shouldn't touch any private
I
body
kind of
parts
agree that
of
we shouldn't
animals.
neuter animals.
Isn't there
I'm,
messing
I'm
with
actually,
pillows?
Yeah.
I agree with that one.
Dogs shouldn't have to mess
Do
with
they
pillows.
neuter them in Europe?
Say it again.
Do they neuter? Is it like
They
you have to
do, they
neuter-
do, yeah.
But I've seen dogs with balls here.
Say it again.
I've seen dogs with
No,
balls.
they keep the balls. They just neuter them. It's like a vasectomy.
Depends on the person here. You're not obligated to do it.
The
But
microphone-
let's
the
put it this way.
microphone's
Would you eat dogs?
Did I consent to have all this go online? Because I really would prefer if it didn't.
That's okay. If you don't consent, I'll leave you alone. I thought you wanted to have a conversation. I'm not. You're not on camera, but if you don't consent, I'm not gonna have a conversation with you otherwise. Okay? I'm just saying, respect animals. That's all I do. I think you should do that. I don't think you respect animals if you eat them. I don't think if you killed one of your friends right now only because you want to eat their flesh, they would feel respected from that choice, right? I'm just saying, it wouldn't be respectful to kill somebody. It wouldn't be respectful to kill somebody out of a choice to do so. It's a choice. And if you want to choose to kill somebody, I'm sure you can at least acknowledge that that wouldn't be respectful towards them. Do you want a card? Do you want me to give you a card?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll give you all 3 cards, okay? So
We have some people at our university who are very pro your view.
So, maybe if you scan this QR code, there's Dominion of the most
That
important
should-
speech lever here. Yeah, you also have my social media, but those speeches are pretty cool. It would be something cool to do.
Thank you. I mean, it's true.
It's cool to believe in something and then like talk about it.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Think about it, okay? Don't just sleep. Don't just. Yeah. What kind of conversations can you have? You know the girl that I just spoke to, the girl before? It's so funny because she went in that direction, she flipped me off, then she came back here in this direction, and then she came here. She came on the other side, started filming me. They came closer to me, seeing that I'm not bothered by it, and she was filming me from this side. And I'm like, thank you for filming me. This is great that you're filming me. Thank you for that. I think like she thinks like, oh no, don't you dare film me, but I don't care. Thank you. Spread the word. Spread the word. Film me more. Yeah, that ginger girl. Yeah. She came back and started filming me, and I think she was filming me for Instagram, saying something mean about me or something, because she was saying something in the story or something. Yeah, you saw her walk by. Yeah, she was filming me before that, then she stopped. Do you guys agree with the sign? It says animal abuse should be legal. Legalize animal abuse. How else are we gonna get meat and eggs from them? I like that. I'm gonna yell that. That's really cool. Legalize animal abuse. We gotta get milk and eggs from them. We gotta impregnate them to get that milk. Let's see what's going on. You guys agree? We should abuse animals. How else are we gonna get that meat and eggs from them? If we don't abuse them, we can't get milk from them. We gotta abuse them, right? Yeah, you got the right picture. We should abuse animals, right? How else would we eat ice cream if not? I don't know if I like this style. I think some people might get triggered by it, but it's terrible. Feisty outrage. Did he flip you off? I think so. I think some people flip me off, yeah. You agree with the sign? We should legalize animal abuse. Make animal abuse legal. We gotta get meat from them, right? We gotta abuse them to get meat, right? How else would we do it? Legalize it. How else would we kill them? We gotta kill them, right? How else would we eat them if we don't kill them? I like it. It's something else. It's something different. It's just yelling at people on the street. You guys agree we should legalize animal abuse? We gotta get that milk from them. So we gotta abuse them to get that milk, right? race and rationality are different things. Yeah. We should abuse animals. We gotta get milk, eggs, and meat out of them. So we gotta abuse them. If you eat meat, dairy, and eggs, you agree with me. It's okay to abuse animals. Some people laugh it off. That's why I go by it, because some people just shred it off as laughing. But you never know. Maybe these people actually think a little bit about it. Anna says, I'm so proud of Chip for doing this random yelling at people where I say we should legalize animal abuse. Legalize animal abuse. Legalize it. We gotta get meat, eggs from them. Come on. They're not individuals. Chip the shouting anti-vegan. Do you agree we should legalize animal abuse? We gotta abuse animals to get meat out of them, so we should legalize it. Let's abuse animals. Let's abuse animals. We have to eat meat, right? We gotta abuse them. How else would we eat meat if we don't abuse them? Yeah, let's abuse animals for eggs also, for milk.
Don't forget for fun.
For fun also, yeah, we gotta abuse animals for fun also, you're right. I think that guy was vegan. I like him. He said, don't forget for fun. Are you trying to bait the cops, says Dad? No, I don't know where the cops are. They just came and now they're somewhere else. I don't know where they're at. But that would be cool to bait them too also. Say you're doing a survey and just ask if they eat meat is wonder what percentage of people are vegan and vegetarian. It would be interesting. Do you guys agree we should legalize animal abuse? Let's abuse animals. We gotta get meat from them. Let's abuse them, come on. I'm having fun. I am having fun doing this. I love to see the people who are like, what the hell is this guy saying? When I say meat, they're like, oh, shit. Let's abuse animals. We gotta get dairy from them. How else will we get milk if we don't abuse them? I'm gonna leave also soon. But you know what? Everybody, as much fun as I'm having with making people think, let's see if we trigger somebody else. Maybe we actually do trigger somebody. Hey, Gumli. Let's legalize animal abuse. We have to get meat out of them, right? We have to get milk out of them also. Let's abuse them. Do you agree? It says legalize animal abuse.
Legalize it.
Do you agree?
Of course not, man.
How else would we get meat and eggs from them, man?
Exactly, it's a mass exploitation. Like the fact that like every single household in the Netherlands needs like X amount of meat, like this specific type of meat. Like it depends on mass exploitation of animals. We like breed them simply to kill them in mass like places where they are cramped up. Like,
are you a vegan?
I'm not a vegan. I'm a flex eater, man. Like,
yeah. So you agree we should abuse animals?
Like, I don't agree with that, bro. But like, it's a matter of availability, and it's not like. No, I'm not like a full-on vegan. I'm just trying to be. You know,
do you pay for animals to be abused so that you can get products from them?
Theoretically speaking, yes. But I'm a cog in the machine. Though I still want to be moral to a certain extent, to the point where I still eat some vegan foods.
Can you choose otherwise?
Oh yeah, there's many options. So I feel like a lot of people should start experimenting with that more. But when it comes to like availability, it's just far more leaning towards the meat industry, man. Like, Yeah. I feel like people should definitely be more aware, but I don't think it's necessarily morally correct to call people out on it because not everyone is as educated, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you seem to know about it and you're still participating in it. Why does that happen?
Because of availability.
But you
It-
say you have options, right? So you have availability.
Yeah, but it's not always there, and it's not always what you're craving. Like,
What do you mean?
What you're craving?
So if I'm craving human flesh, then I should kill a human and eat their flesh, right? Because I'm craving it.
Well, actually, like, bro, like that's, in my opinion, not a strong point, because there is such a thing as, like, we're societal creatures. We depend on each other. Like, our entire economy depends on it, right? So that's why we never.
Oh no, this would be a human outside of our society. This would just be a human that, a baby born. They don't even contribute to society. They're just like they're born and all they do is, consume. They don't produce anything.
Right.
So I should be allowed to kill them and eat them.
No, definitely not.
Because I crave their flesh.
Listen, like, I'm not gonna sit here and try to defend, like, either side too much, because I feel like that baby still has the potential to contribute to society, but then again, like, animals are creatures too. Like, I feel like when I go to buy some meat, I would at least try to get some biological, to the point where it's like they had a life, because naturally we are herbivores and carnivores. We're both of them.
We can survive and be healthy without consuming any animal products.
Yes, but yeah.
So doesn't that mean that you choosing to kill an animal is immoral?
I didn't technically choose to kill it. It's there.
You choose to buy a product that would kill an animal.
And I contribute exactly like $5 to it for like 3 nights of food.
So you pay for an animal to be killed for you?
Pretty much.
So how is that moral?
I think it's moral because we are not animals. We are meant to consume
We are animals,
Yeah, we are animals, I get that, but we're like top of the food chain. So for us, we can choose between animals or plants or, and I don't feel like...
So how is the choice to kill an animal for something we don't need moral?
I wouldn't say we don't need it. Like,
Well, we can be healthy on a plant-based diet.
Listen,
that
like,
means
I'm
we
gonna
don't need
explain
it.
something. Like, if we just over-harvest soybeans and all that shit, right? There would
Which
be...
we do for the animals.
No, but if we over-harvest them...
Which we do for the animals.
For our consumption as well, we would be overthrowing a certain type of balance.
Yeah,
like
we would have less. We would
have
have more green land, more free pastures, less land usage for our food. If we did that, you're right, it would be so much worse, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But right now we're creating soy and corn, and instead of us eating it ourselves, which would be essentially the best, we feed it to the animals, which is highly unproductive, and we also are exploiting an innocent sentient being, and then we're killing them.
All right.
And all of it for something we don't need. And
But-
you're saying that that is moral because you support it.
I'm not a supporting person of it, but I'm
You
just
give
saying...
money to it. What do you mean you don't support it? You're literally giving money
But
to it.
I'm trying to buy biological so these animals
So you're
still get
supporting
to,
it, yeah,
so
exactly
These
it.
animals still get to live a natural life.
No, they don't get to live a natural life, first of all. They're still on a farm. They are, them having a little bit more space, how is that in any way relevant? If I
Well-
give you Netflix for free and the computer, but you're still in a room, trapped in a room or in a bigger room, does that mean I have the right to kill you for something I don't need?
I think, like, you comparing animals to people, like, I
I'm
get
comparing
where-
the experience, it's the same. It doesn't matter if the humans are not the same or if the animals are not the same. It doesn't matter if you're the same as me. What matters is that if I do something to you that would take away your rights, that would exploit you and treat you like an object,
Right.
it would be wrong because you're not an object. Because you're an individual who has emotions and who has desires.
Exactly, but like...
And an animal is the same.
Imagine, bro, like, lions talk about should we still consume humans because technically we have the option to eat plants. Like, bro, there's a natural food chain. It's a natural thing.
And animal agriculture is not part of any of that.
Let me finish. The way that we handle things now, I will agree with you completely. It's unnatural. It's a form of exploitation. But
It
I
being
feel like-
natural means nothing. Do you know what the appeal to nature is?
Tell me.
It's a fallacy. It's a logical fallacy. It's by claiming that something is natural means it's good, or it being unnatural means that it's bad, which it means it's not true. Because something happening in nature, rape happens in nature, lions commit rape, that doesn't mean that what lions do is good. So why would you pick the specific thing that lions do, which
Yeah,
is kill
but-
other animals for food,
Listen,
and say
like-
that it's good? You don't need to do it. Lions need to do it. You can thrive without it. Lions cannot. You have options. Lions don't. You know better. Lions don't. There's so many reasons why you shouldn't care what a lion does, especially in this regards. But you seem to think that because a lion does it, then it's okay for you to do it also.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say. First off, I would like to ask you to like try to let me finish my sentence a bit more because I was getting to something, but like it's gone now, bro. It's like with the wind. But yeah, long story short, bro, like rape is completely unnecessary. There's plenty of other ways to reproduce. So I feel like comparing that to eating meat, like
Which is completely unnecessary. Killing an innocent animal is completely unnecessary. Yeah. So
it's
wait.
not completely unnecessary. 'Cause
It is
if
completely
you, if you
unnecessary
were
to us.
listening, listen. If you were listening, if you overproduce all these soy, all these vegan products, you're eventually gonna be left with first off ecosystems running rampant.
Way less. We have studies. Plant-based products are so it takes 3 to 10 times more land to produce 1 gram of animal protein versus 1 gram of plant protein.
Right.
3 to 10 times more land. So if we all had plant protein, we would have 3 to 10 times less land usage for our food.
Oh, that's less interesting. Anyways, I feel like the way you're going about this might not be the best idea because if you're trying to convince people to your cause, like, I feel like you're competitive with me as a person, and like, I understand, like, you don't have any personal grudge towards me. But
I don't.
Other people, like, you call them out on their behavior, they're gonna like feel attacked, and
probably
then they're gonna feel the need to defend themselves. But
probably
in another way, I feel like you're going wrong about the thing. Like,
but how about we speak about the animals and not what I'm doing right now?
No,
so
no,
how about you
listen.
tell me how is it relevant for you? How is it moral for you to choose to buy an animal product which kills an animal? Is that moral?
I don't think it's immoral either. Like, it's a natural thing. It happens. But like, what I'm trying to say is, why are you going after the individual that consumes rather than the market?
So wait a minute. If I go after the market, what would be the outcome? That you have to stop consuming it, right? So you would rather be forced by the market rather than actually make a choice yourself. So I'm not going after the individual. I'm telling you that you right now, you're making an immoral choice. You're saying it's not immoral, but I'm sure that I just asked you a couple of questions and you realize that it is immoral. Because take for instance, if I choose to kill an animal because I want to use their body as a punching bag, is that moral or is that immoral?
I feel like a punching bag is not a necessity to survive in any means.
Neither is that food. Because if I kill an animal to eat their flesh, that flesh is not a necessity for me. I do it because I'm used to it or because I crave it, as you say. But it's not a necessity. So it's the same thing. I kill an animal because I want to. It's convenient or I get some form of benefit from it. Just like I would if I killed them as a punching bag to punch them. I would get some benefit. I would get exercise by punching them. It's the same. And if you find that immoral, then you should also find this immoral.
Yeah, but like, there's also always going to be the natural aspect to it. Like,
there is no natural aspect to it when it comes to
So-
animal agriculture. There's
no,
nothing
I
natural
get that,
happening
but the
there.
consumption of animals.
Doesn't matter because I don't have a problem if you find a dead animal and you want to kill them and eat them. Sorry, if you find a dead animal and you want to eat them, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I have a problem with the exploitation, abuse, and slaughter of animals.
Same here.
But if you have a problem with it, why is it that you fund it? Because you buy animal products.
Yeah, but I try to lean towards biological products, which you said is pretty much the same as, you know, regular animal-based products. But look at it like this, right?
So why do you still fund this?
Look at it like this. A cat eats like them little fucking hard-ass things, right? Every single day. Like, the second you open up like one of the cans with some type of meat in there, the cat goes running to it. Because we don't want to be stuck eating the same things. Yeah, it's somewhat of a luxury.
How is that relevant to animal products? You can eat different things without eating animals.
I get that, but like at the end of the day, we still gravitate towards what we're used to. And yeah, maybe
How is that morally relevant? If I'm used to, like, imagine the people who grew up in slavery times. They had a slave. It was so convenient, and obviously they didn't want to give that up. They were used to it. They had a life where everything was done for them. But that doesn't mean we should have continued doing slavery or that what they were doing is moral. It doesn't mean just because you get some benefit or you naturally go towards that direction. And I feel like you're an intelligent person. You clearly understand the perspective.
Yeah, 100%.
So, but so then this thing that you're doing where it is that you're buying meat, eggs, or dairy,
it's
if
a
you're
product of the exploitation.
yeah,
I
which
get
if you
that.
which you can choose not to pay, but if you choose to pay, you are choosing to support the exploitation.
Yeah, but like at the end of the day, it's a very minor contribution, and I feel like the market should definitely change to promoting like more animal-friendly environments where people feel like more morally intact. Because now the way it is now, we don't even think twice about the animal product we're buying. That's why I'm trying to like switch over a little bit.
Biological is not better. Biological is the same thing.
No, but what I'm trying to say is like we should address the markets of these places.
We can't. How can we address the markets? I'm sorry for interrupting you, but how can we address the markets if because markets, governments, they do what people want. They don't do what's right or wrong. If most people want to pay for it, we can't address it. You are one of those people who's creating demand for this. If you didn't, it's not about necessarily about how much your contribution is, but rather that you are creating demand for it.
But marketing is based off multiple things. Well, what you said, like it's based off what the people want as a group. Imagine if the people as a group weren't marketed to, if we had proper education about what would happen to these animals, if we had like proper education, like explaining how horrible.
I agree.
You know, like that's where a lot of these issues lie. A lot of.
I agree, but you also can't take away the responsibility that you have for your choices, can you? You're right about this, and you're right that society should go in the direction where animal products are not glorified, where we actually show the truth, where plant-based products are explained why they're better for the environment, for the individuals.
Right.
But you, right now, as an individual, you are kind of aware of all of this, and so you have this responsibility, and yet you evade it. You have this knowledge, and yet you evade it, and you still buy these products. So I feel like even if you would want the society to be that way, you would still, you yourself would still make these choices because these choices wouldn't really affect your situation. So why is it that you're not changing right now? Like what's prompting you to continue doing this?
It's just the diversity in food, honestly. Like, I've been having the same like vegan products, and you sometimes really felt like, hey, shit, I want a steak like right now. You know what I mean? Like. And I understand where you're coming from.
But there's plant-based steaks nowadays, and the diversity in plant-based products is changing so much in the products that you can buy.
Yeah.
But the recipes alone you can make it's exploding how many recipes you can find nowadays. So if you want diversity, I would say you get way more diversity on a plant-based diet than meat, because meat is usually just you place some meat and you place some veggies next to it. That's not much diverse.
Oh, well, trust me, bro. Like, you shouldn't come to... No, you shouldn't come to one of my kitchens, but, like, honestly, there's a lot of diversity in meat-based products as well. I don't want to take that away from it. There's a lot of diversity in plant-based products. That's why I'm flexing in between.
Sure,
them.
but there's the only difference is that behind the meat-based product, there's this exploitation and slaughter of an innocent animal.
Yeah, I get that.
Like that's all it is. Like even if you do see them as equal, it doesn't matter because you gotta ask yourself, what person are you? Am I the person who supports this injustice because I benefit from it, even if it's a little bit?
Right.
Should I support it? I have the option not to. So that's what you gotta ask yourself, I feel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right on that. But yeah, I still think it's primarily like, if we want some actual change in this type of things, like for me, I don't think we should cut out meat entirely. I feel like there should still be some acceptance to meat. I feel like we should be more aware of what we eat, how it's made, how it's get on our plates, you know what I mean? Because a lot of...
So some animals should still be exploited and killed?
Honestly, like if you want to phrase it like that, I don't have too many issues with that, honestly.
Why not? So you don't have a problem with animal exploitation?
No, because it's just a matter of I want to eat an animal. It's a natural thing for us, as I said earlier. Like we're carnivores and herbivores.
I feel like everything we talked just got erased. So why does it matter if it's natural? And why would that matter in a situation like if I want to do something, if I want to exploit somebody who I find inferior, like you do with animals, if I want to exploit somebody who I find inferior, is that morally relevant because I see them as inferior, because I have power over them, then I should be allowed to exploit them?
Definitely not. So listen, I think like we're just generally wired in certain ways that we can't fully come to a certain term, like or come to like that low gray area. I feel like you are definitely like really strong in your morals, and I appreciate that. But at the end of the day, like I still am me. I still have my personal beliefs and my personal feelings, so I think we need to leave it there.
I don't know what to say, man, because you started here with saying that animal exploitation is bad. But I'll give you a card. Can you just promise me one thing? Can you watch Dominion or the most important speech you'll ever hear? I think you'll really like the most important speech you'll ever hear. You seem like a smart guy.
Okay,
It appears
I'll
as the
give it a try.
second thing if you watch here.
And I wanted to say like one last thing. Like I feel like our definition of exploitation, like it's different, but it's low-key the same, but it's still like different. Because I don't feel like exploiting an animal is on the same level as exploiting a human being.
Watch that video. You'll understand what I mean, okay?
I don't think
What's
I
your
will
name?
fully like Lerone. I don't think I will fully like come to terms with your personal beliefs, but
That's
I like
okay.
the fact that you're standing like high in your morals. I appreciate
So Lorraine, it's not about. Just to be clear, I don't know what you'll do. I can't police you about the changes that you'll make in your life. I just want you to at least get informed. And I think the most important speech you'll ever hear will be something that will inform you and you'll also enjoy it. It's the second thing that appears there.
All right,
Can you
thanks,
promise me you'll do that?
Yeah, for sure. I
Yeah.
go.
Oh. Thanks, man.
All right, man.
And
Hey,
until
it was a very thought-provoking conversation.
Thank you. I appreciate you, man. I
All right,
appreciate
man.
it. Have
Hey,
a
keep
good
going
one.
watching.
And until then, don't eat any animal products, man. Until then. Okay, let's do that.
I'm gonna watch this on the train back. Just
I
in
love it.
case.
Perfect, perfect. Have a good one. Cheers. Okay, everyone, that's it. I gotta go this time. Marcus, thank you so much. This guy came from somewhere else. He said, "Hey, you wanna have a conversation with me?
Yeah.
Are you okay being live on my channel?" I ask people some questions, get them to think. Are you okay being live on my YouTube channel?
Yeah.
You wanna come here so that you interview? How old are you, by the way?
Sorry?
How old are you?
I'm 23.
Oh, 23. Okay, perfect. What's your name?
Anael.
Anael?
What's your name?
I'm Chip.
Oh,
I'll hold this. Yeah. So Anael, I'm an animal rights activist. I
Okay.
fight for the rights of animals. How do you feel about animals?
I love them actually. Like, I don't know. I feel really empathic towards them. And even like the animals that are like less loved, like pigeons or something, I don't know. They just make me smile and they make me happy. So I'm really, they're like humans to me. So I don't know. I
I
treat
like
them
that.
right.
Do you think exploiting animals is wrong?
You mean for like animal testing and stuff like that?
Animal testing is one example, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you think like testing cosmetics on animals is wrong?
but I just don't know the procedures, but I know there's like a lot around it because it's probably wrong. So even though I can't see what it's like really the testing is like, it should not happen in most cases, I think.
What if we have alternatives? Is it wrong?
No, it's good actually, and I made a new friend not so long ago that
Yeah.
is gonna also like search that for like different possibilities actually. So it's funny that we have like the same conversation because he was also talking about it. Yeah. No, I think if there are alternatives, it's probably better for those animals because they didn't ask for it, you know.
Okay. What about killing animals to wear their skin? Is that okay?
Yeah, the vegans think it's not. Like, I guess when we were like in the prehistoric time, it was a way to survive and to be warm, and that's how it's like learned into our society. But I think in most cases, if you can have an alternative, why not? But the thing is, I'm not vegan myself, not even vegetarian, like I really try.
But
It depends, I think. I don't know.
but how can you claim to say that you love animals while paying for them to be exploited and killed for you?
Yeah, I get that, though.
Isn't that hypocritical?
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm willing to admit that. I really try to be a vegetarian, though I'm like a flexitarian. Like I don't. eat
Vegetarians exploit animals also. It's not about that, right? Like vegan is not about a diet or something. Vegan is a moral principle of respecting animals. It's if you think animals deserve respect, it only stems to from it's only a logical conclusion that you are not going to kill them for a food you don't need, or treat them like an object for something you don't need, or kill them to wear their fur or their skin or stuff like that, right?
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So where do you want to land on this issue? Because that's what you got to ask yourself. Do you want to be a person who treats animals like objects, or do you want to be a person who
No, I want to find more ways to like be empathic towards animals. Like I think I'm on a good way, but if I can improve myself, I would do it.
wouldn't that mean going vegan?
maybe in like a long-term vision, maybe I'm willing to be vegan. Maybe not right now, but I'm not disgusted by the idea or something. So I'm willing to do that. Also, if that's really something that is needed in the future to have a better life on this planet, I would do it honestly.
So how many more animals should be exploited and killed in your name until you go vegan?
That's so difficult.
What does your heart say? Where does your
Actually, I think it's good to be called out right now because it's gonna make me think about it more like in a more serious way. So I'm willing to look at my habits again too.
I like you.
Thank
I like you. You seem like a smart person, and you didn't get offended when I said all this.
No, because I get that though. Like I love them, so it's
Hypocritical.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me give you this. There's a card here. There's 2 videos here. Dominion and the most important speech you'll ever hear.
Okay.
Can you promise me you'll watch one of these 2? They appear if you scan this QR code.
I will.
And until then, can you not consume any animal products?
I will not eat meat this evening.
Or cheese or eggs?
Or cheese or eggs. Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
will find a vegan place before I go home.
There's
I
a
will,
lot of
I
good.
will try to find. Okay, this is my challenge for tonight. I'm gonna find vegan foods.
I like you. So if you want a recommendation, are you a tourist here?
Yeah. Basically, I went to a concert yesterday, and I'm going back to Belgium this evening. So yeah.
So there's a good if you take a left here and you hit the road that has the cars. That's
Okay.
perpendicular. That's next to the canal, and you just walk by the canal in that direction. There's the restaurant there called Soul. It's a Surinamese restaurant. It's vegan, and it's owned by a family, a local family, a small family.
Oh,
and it's, So
nice.
you're supporting a family. You're checking out some good vegan food, and it's a nice walk also. Right?
And how is it called? Soul.
Soul,
Like
yeah.
your soul. Like
Yeah,
that.
like a soul.
Okay, I'm gonna search it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much for
It was
having this
nice
conversation with
meeting
me.
you.
And watch one of those videos, okay? You'll
I
understand
will.
what I mean. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Have a good
nice
one.
day.
Bye. She was so cool, wasn't she? Okay, everybody, now I'm done. I keep saying it, but people keep stopping. Sweaty pit, yeah, look at me. Look at me, how sweaty I am. I'm so sweaty, yeah. Ah, that's funny. Yeah, look at this. Look at this, everybody. Look, oh my God. See where I hold the microphone, because I hold it like this. Look how sweaty I am. That's so funny. No, one more, says Alexander. No, Alexander, I ain't got it in me anymore, man. I gotta go. I gotta go do shit. On fire, but she was really cool. She was a really cool person. I really liked her. Like she liked the fact that she was challenged. I like that. She saw it as a challenge. I explained to her where the restaurant is. She was a cool person. We had some pretty good conversations towards the end, and I don't know how that happened, everybody, because I was just trolling with that time more than anything. Do we trust Chip when he says that, though, now? It says 80 slim. Yeah, you can't really trust me, can you? No, I'm really done. I'm done. I thank you. Just 7 more, says somebody. Yeah. Thank you so much. Stay till tomorrow, says Martin. Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody. Let me see what the stats of the poll are. Let me see. I haven't checked this poll. So the poll says, if they would eat dog meat, 31% says that's gross. 29 says they respect animals. 20 said only if it tasted good. And 18 said they don't care about animals. You know what this says, everybody? There's a lot of non-vegans who come in here, which is good. That's good news, okay? Ahmed says, I subscribe. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I hope you enjoyed the conversations. It was a bit of a different day, I guess. We'll see you again tomorrow. Yeah, and thank you for all the moderators in the chat. Thank you for all the donations. Marcos, thank you for donating. I appreciate you. Let me see, because now I can see whoever donated. So I learned how to do that. So I can see everybody who said, thank you so much to Matthew Forrest. I appreciate you. Aussie Petroleum. Nick Liston twice. I appreciate you. Mark J. and Marcos. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This does help, because I want to do it more often. Hitler was vegan, Hitler was not vegan, but Hitler, also wore clothes, so might as well not wear clothes because you might become Hitler, huh? I'm just saying, Hitler wore clothes, man. Don't wear clothes. Hitler drink water. Don't drink water. You might become Hitler if you drink water. All for money, says a hypocrite. No, it's not all for money. I do this for the animals. I don't get enough money. If I did it for the money, man, I would be a software engineer, what I am, full time, and I would make considerably more money. Considerably more money. So no, I definitely don't do it. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I'll see you in the next one. Another shout out to Linda and Lewis. They were the first to comment on the last streams. Lewis, yeah, Lewis the first. Lewis the first. No, did Hitler really well clothes? Yeah. Animals don't care, you dumbasses. We all do it for the same reasons. Marcos, you're right. We all do it for the same reasons. That's all it is. First, Lewis. Yeah. You can value what you want. I believe in pro-choice, says Michael Menges. So you believe in pro-choice for everyone or just for yourself? Because if you believe in pro-choice for everyone, then what about the choice of the animals? It just sounds to me like you don't really believe in choices. You only believe in the choices you want, right? Because when you remove the choice from an animal to live, to be exploited, a choice that they shouldn't be killed, seems like you're removing that choice from them, huh? And now look at you, Michael. Look at you saying plant lives matter. Look at you being a little bit of a pseudoscientific nonsense. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Michael. Come back. It's okay. You'll learn about it in the end. You'll learn about it. Not everybody was born knowing all this stuff. It's about not exploiting sentient beings, okay? It's sentient beings. Plants are not sentient. You'll learn about it. You'll see. You see these little things? They don't have an experience of the world. They're just plants. Look at this. I hit it, it comes back. I didn't abuse a plant by doing that. But if I did that to an animal, it would be abuse. You know why? Because abuse animals have an experience. You can't just abuse them and do whatever you want to them. Hey Chip, I'm looking forward to the free outreach in Bristol with Pixie tomorrow. Hell yeah! Say hello to Pixie. I love her. That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, everybody. Beta boy, that's okay. We can be beta, we can be alpha, we can be gamma. I especially love the gamma boys, gamma girls. Where are my gamma boys at? Let's admit it, okay? Or sigma. Oh, sigma. There is actually a sigma. No. Omega. That's it. We're omega people. That's it. We're omega people.